I'm gonna be doing some knife fighter martial arts training, so don't try anything you see me doing this live stream at home. The martial arts maneuvers that you will see performed, are done either by trained experts or under the supervision thereof. This is a disclaimer, so that should cover it. Whatever I end up doing at this point. So I've been doing some streams. I privatized the last 3 ones, so I don't get enough likes. I put my videos. If people don't show appreciation, I said this. Like, God damn it! It's like no. It's like okay. Like, you don't appreciate the videos. I don't get thank yous. I don't get positive comments. I don't click like button. Yeah, and it's like these other things. It's like, oh god damn it. It's like I don't. A lot of times I pull like about 50% of the streams, meaning I'm live on the regular, spend 6 hours live a day, around 6 hours, sometimes 12 hours from waking up to going to bed, and about 50% of that I pull the videos after I'm done making them. So people had to make sure to catch them live if you want to see them. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be doing knife fighter martial arts training. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Utilizing this ball on a string. This is a training knife, a cold steel recon tanto training knife. This is suitable for sparring. A hard plastic knife or a blunt, dull metal knife is better for solo impact training. This is better for sparring because it's softer, which means you can deliver thrusts to the torso and not be concerned about breaking ribs in your sparring partner. Now, this can be used for light impact training. This reverse grip. like to use this grip, reverse grip. This is the regular grip. Slash. Dagger cut. Sushi whip. This is a powerful cut. Its distance, its rotation, and acceleration. Here. It can be good in shadow boxing to do things slow. Not only do things full speed, but to do shadow boxing in slow motion. Especially starting out. What can I do from here? Off this. Here. This. 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 Here. This is not that there's only one way to tap, must understand. There could be like an obvious way, like here, like this, okay. Then you can also go here, see here, from here, see here, 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 here. I call it punch cutting. You call it push cutting too, but it's basically throwing knife attacks, like throwing punches. 95% same body dynamics as well. So instead of this, see here, see here, it's this. See, And instead of aiming to impact with my knuckles here, I'm punching with the blade and throwing a punch, but I'm impacting with the blade, which I call punch cutting, with reverse grip here. Here. And it's a very powerful cut. If you connect with the neck or anywhere, it's bad. So I have a power fighting, knife fighting style, how I train things. So not like tight, like light flick of the wrist. A lot of the Filipinos, how I see them do, and I'm not criticizing it, but it's like a lot of them use like the figure eights, like the flowing, more like a smooth, flowing thing. Where mine is more like straight attacks. It's like 1, 2, for example, like straight, more like down, cut, thrust. And it's more like straight angles, okay, and not like light and smooth, but it's more power, like more force in my attacks. Okay. So here, for example, it's kind of like this, or something like this. It's more like here, 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 like here. Like things like this. So it's more or less straight. It's like straight line, and I kind of like this. It's more straight. Straight to this is like an X, and then this. So this is one of my favorite grips and ways to attack. I got training here. Reverse grip, and then punch coming like this. It's basically like punching with the blade. For one to know many things, different fighting styles. UFC, Muay Thai, boxing applies to knife and it transfers to that. So once again, as an example, it's like here, it's like a jab, like a swift attack, kind of fast and light. If you have 2 knives, power right, it's the same thing as like jab, 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 moving in or out, jab, 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 and then a power right. Same thing, like here, quick stabs, and then obviously this, just from the position my shoulders back here, this is going to be more powerful. And if you have a small knife and a big knife, the left is going to having the smallest knife in the left, and that fits even better now. It's like the lightest, smallest knife is for like swift attacks, and then the power right, if it's be machete, like for example, this knife and the machete here is better to have like this. Okay. Quick, swift attacks will be like a boxer's jab, and then the right is the power attacks. You should be able to be attack dangerous from any position. So part I've been training is training to attack from any position, even awkward positions. Like training stances, ways to attack. For example, you end up kind of out of position. Practice attacking from here. See, this is part of self-training martial arts, knife fighting martial arts. Like learn, start working, find a stance, a grip, a stance. Or what can I do from here? I can attack like this. Okay. What if I go end up here? What can I do from here? Or I can go here. Okay. So what about from here? I go 12 to 6 here. Okay. What can I do from here? This. And practicing recovering from awkward positions and attacking from any position. That can be good to do. Meaning, and I'm here, over here, what can I do from here? So I can do that. This and this. This reverse grip. And the punch cutting, the most obvious like punch cutting is just throwing like a punch holding a knife. And like I said, it's like throwing here, where I'm trying to hit here, let's say, my knuckles. Holding a knife, I'm missing on purpose, punching here and hitting with the knife here or here, okay? So it's, see here, see, and just pushing it straight into something, you can cut, okay? You're cutting. Now, the natural way when you move your hand, it's gonna be sliding to one side, so it creates like the cutting motion. Like you hit here, it will move to the side, okay? Like I said before, for one thing, there are many things. So, hammer fists, okay? Hammer fist attacks, which mostly is used in ground and pound in MMA, like it's standing hammer fist attacks. It's like it's hammer fisting, ball dynamics for powerful reverse grip stabs. See? See here, there's a hammer fist holding a knife, and it's instead of hitting me with my fist, I'm holding a knife. So it's knife hammer fist. Here, see here, here, and then also it's the same with the steel cup shoe fighting, where it's like 90% the same ball dynamics as like kickboxing kicks or Muay Thai kicks, but the ways that you can attack in this fighting system, that wouldn't be as effective. Like for example, kicking like soccer kicking to here is not going to be that effective without stick up shoes. Because with stick up shoes and if you kick here, they can cause some damage. Similar to a hammer fist, at this angle, it's not really in the UFC or something. If you find MMA and all you have is a fist, like hammer fisting from here to your torso is not really a lot, okay, or to your arm. But from this position, holding a knife, upward hammer fist here, it can cause damage. It's similar to the steel cup shoe fighting. It's like normally this kick, soccer kick to the kneecap would possibly hurt you more, break your toes than a person's knees here, the soccer kicking. But with steel cup shoes, this way of attacking is more effective. So a hammer fist here, holding a knife is more dangerous. Normal hammer fist here, like hammer fist into solar plexus from below or something like this. Like here, it's not really doing that much. It's not really a super effective technique. But holding a knife, hammer fisting from any angle, is dangerous. Okay. And the fourth generation ball dynamics of like Muay Thai elbow strikes, like this for example, an elbow strike. Okay, if you can generate force for impacting with the elbow here, that applies transfers to knife fighting. We can, for example, I want to stab into your cranium, like slide into your brain. You need to generate some force. Okay. Let's see here. Top attack mode with like the javelin. Okay. So here's a guard. Obviously, kicking or punching to the head is more dangerous just as this direct defense. Now, obviously, you can react to things coming in. If you start here, you can react to things coming in. Here, this is a head kick. Here, or see here. 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 Or here. Here.
with speed, swiftness is important. Speed is one of the best. For knife fighting, speed is more important. If it's fist fighting, power, as I said, is more important. With knife fighting, speed makes more difference. Speed and accuracy. It's good to retract the weapon after attacking. There's another guard I like to use. Stance. Here. And it can be this is like rigidity stance. It's just generally holding it like this with the blade to the sky. It can be here or here or here, or it can be rested against the cranium, or it can be just to the side or something, but in general we're holding up like this. You know, like this. And from here, distance and acceleration is power. So from here to here, okay? Now if it's from here, same distance roughly, with some rotation, you can generate more force. Now with torquing and turning your arm and your hand, you're more vulnerable to losing the knife if you impact with wrong timing. So if you have your arm out here and I go here, if I connect with the wrong timing, broadside as I'm rotating, I'm more likely to have the blade turn out of my hand than if I'm attacking more straight. Okay. It is. Here. That's pretty good. I was aiming for this and I hit here, okay. So it wasn't too bad. Now this is also bent, so the aim was right, but the curve was wrong. Meaning if it's a straight blade, it would hit. That's important. Accuracy and speed is important. That's a more or less unexpected way to attack. Okay. Hitting and not being hit. It's like boxing, knife fight, what is it? It's about hitting, not being hit, obviously. I like to assume a certain guard and then attack in different ways. Guard, aka stance. I call it the no guard or something, which is like letting your arms hang down like this. Yeah. And then attack it from here. Or I'd like have it a little bit higher at the hip. A lot of times this is like a home base, understand? Throw something in return here and touch my hip bone. Sometimes I have two knives. Touching the right hip is a trigger for launching the left, and then back here, and then like this, like kind of. And if you're attacking with two knives at the same time, you're more likely to end up cutting yourself. Is one of the things, which is bad technique where you're hurting yourself with your attacks. If you're like launching duo attacks and like attacking wildly with two knives like this, it's easier to end up cutting yourself, okay? versus if you attack with one blade at the time, which translates to knife fighting, or if you would have gun fighting. If you have two guns on you, rather than having two knife units, two guns at the same time, a lot of times it makes sense to use one gun at a time, being precise with it. And then if you run out of bullets, possibly you switch to the other, okay? Rather than I have two ones, so use them both at the same time, okay? Now you have a high volume of fire, so you can have a suppression effect on the enemy. If you like just want to send a lot of rounds at a car, someone they can come behind or something like this, or try and get him behind the car. Now here's the point. So with two knives, attack with one knife at a time. Stab, retract, and you can, as you start retract, launch the other one, or you can have retract, and then after retraction, you launch the second attack. Rather than just so like this. Okay, right. Stab, retract, and it's like synchronized, like 1, 2, 1, 2, like attack with one weapon at a time. Also, you can have one as a guard here. So this is defensive and this is offensive. But like, I'm attacking you with this, and this is ready to block something useful with me. Like intercept something, cut something. Like if there's a knee coming here, I'm attacking, there's a knee coming, cut the knee coming in with this. There's like a guard protecting, this is offensive. And if something is coming, you can intercept that. I like to say the sword is the shield, meaning with greater skill and ability, you can use the knife as a shield, in effect, by protecting yourself from incoming attacks with the offensive weapon, like with the knife. For example, if you throw that at me, and I'm here, and I cut it coming in, so this punch is cut as it's coming in. So that's protecting myself from attacks by using the weapon. Now that is like higher tier, and it's more reflexes for this to be non like delusion, like to be like actually something you could pull off and be effective using, like catching things coming in. There's certain things that are making it easier for you to be able to do that, like speed, reflexes, precision, like your accuracy, timing, as it is. There are certain things that can make you better, like to be able to be able to catch things coming in, the things you can train and make yourself be better at, that are conducive to being able to pull that off. Okay. Training like this, for example. Something is moving towards you, and connected with the knife. See, this is something you do to train that here. So he knows how to connect it with it. This tennis ball move, and I'm connected with the way that I want to connect with it as it's moving towards me. Yeah. So see here. Different angle. This is stronger grip. This is strong grip, better for blocking and catching things. Also, another thing I figured out is depends on the knife design. By using your forearm. So obviously, I can intercept things like a jab. Let's say a jab. By moving the knife into it, I like pushing into an attack, explosive reactor, or you like attacking the thing attacking you. Like, okay, either one, explosive reactor. Something's going towards you, you explode into it. Understand? Now there's another where it's like something called just move it in front of it and like okay, or even move it like whatever. Here's the point. There is a risk that intercepting something you can lose the knife, okay? But you're still causing damage to the limb, okay? Once again, that's why it's good to have more than one knife too. If you lose one knife by having somebody kick it out of your hand, somehow you drop it, lose it, okay? One knife, you have a second knife you can deploy. Anyway, so here's the point. Things you can do, you can catch things coming in. And there's some things that basics once again, the grip, okay? So having a good grip. If you have the hammer grip and a loose grip, and you move this into a punch, it's easy to lose the knife. So a good grip like this grip, for example, is a more firm, secure grip. So finger strength, notice once again, it's strength and fitness as part of it. So a frail little weak hand holding this and being elbow strike into it, you're more likely to lose it. Have weak little wrists and fingers and hands. Okay. So once again, strength basically is important. Hand strength, grip strength matters. Like is how rash is. Like you can expect, I can pull off catching a punch coming in without the punch knocking the blade out of my hand. So things like the grip technique of the grip, like where is the thumb? Okay, like do you have the hammer grip? Like same strength of squeeze, thumb here versus thumb here versus thumb here. There can be a difference in how secure it is. Like is it up here or do you have it further down here? Okay, there's more leverage if something hits up here instead of this. Now, this is generally a strong grip here. This, the reverse grip with the thumb down here. And an augmentation of that, a more secure blocking grip, is resting the back of the blade on your forearm. And once again, how much muscle, like the strength, the muscle padding of your forearms matter. It can be compensated by having like a hoodie or like a sweatband or something like this. That's another like technique grip, little detail I figured out. It's like this is a good blocking grip, where I actually place the blade on my forearm like this. And this is a stronger blocking grip. Here. See, versus, see this, see, so if it's out here already, as soon as force is applied here, it puts, it transfers force here, my wrist and my fingers, okay? So weak parts of the grip is the fingers and also the wrist, okay? So as soon as force is applied here, it's this. Now if I pre-assume this position, this can be a stronger grip. So I do it like this, here. Okay. Okay, well. So I think this like this kind of shows it's not irrational. You can push things and see this resistance, and I'm moving this with my attacks. See, and I'm not losing the knife. What about? See, it's moving. I'm moving it in. See, and I'm breaking it with that. See, now with a loose grip, notice what happens. See, okay. Now, pre-assuming this position, like getting this position. See, it's like okay. So this it seems okay. So this is a blocking. But like I said before, don't try this at home. It depends what type of knife. Knives that are conducive to blocking grip. First of all, some specifics like do you have muscles here or fat, or like it's just bone. Okay, it's good to have some padding. Now the padding can be a jacket, winter coat, like a sweatband, wristband here. Okay, there can be all kinds of stuff. And that's a stronger blocking grip, like intercepting elbow strikes, for example. See, now if I have this here, or this hand grip, it's an elbow strike. It's pretty easy to lose the knife. With the thumb back, it can make a difference. Now with this grip, this can be stronger. Just this grip, intercepting elbow strikes. Now if I have it like this, see, elbow strike. Yeah. See. And also, you can support it with the left. Here. Here. Yeah, this is stronger. Now, with intercepting attacks, there's also a risk that it can be worse than not trying to catch it. Like, I understand. It's like there's a kick come to my stomach, and I do this, and it connects, and it ends up being a stab. So, it's another thing. For me, and there's people differ. Some people like that. I like for a fighting knife, something that's good at slashing. For me, the most important thing with a knife for combat use is thrusting capability, stabbing. I would rather have a knife that can stab well and can't cut at all. Well, stabbing is cutting because you're dividing tissue. But here's the point. I'd rather have a knife that can stab well and can't cut at all than a knife that's super sharp and good at cutting and can't stab well. Okay. And the best of both worlds is you have something that can both stab and slash. Here's another thing for attacking things coming in. For example, here with this. Now, once again, this is more dangerous because I'm presenting the back of this. Okay. Now this is also one of the best knives. Is a dagger. Okay. Fighting knife, and I didn't get to buy one yet. Okay. God willing, I'm alive free. Next month, I might order a dagger. Okay. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the best fighting knife designs, a dagger. It's good at thrusting, penetrating, which is important, I find. And it has 2 cutting sides, okay, for slashes. So it depends on how sharp it is. Now, a dagger is really good, one of the best blade designs for stab piercing attacks. Like getting through things, the rib cage, getting through clothes, getting through a leather belt, whatever you're hitting, getting through something into the body. It's a good design. When you have arrow tips traditionally, designed to penetrate animal hide and get deep in, like reach the vital through animal hide, okay, which is a different thing than human skin, okay? Like a deer's hide or a hog. If you have something made from metal that's with some force, it's going to be conducive to like sliding into the body deeply and reaching something major, okay? It ends up a lot of times look like a dagger, okay? Like traditionally, like a drop or something like this, okay? Or a triangle design. So that shape is good at penetrating. So here's the point. A dagger. That, in my view, that's the best design. Something that has the piercing like tip, okay? A dagger. It has 2 cutting sides. So it's really good at penetrating. And it has 2 sides it can cut off. That's, in my view, one of the best, if not the best. Like if you gotta pick one design of a knife to have as a fighting knife and train with, a dagger is one of the best, if not the best. What is one of the advantages of a dagger for fighting? There's more ways to attack, so it's the same thing where it's like it unlocks techniques that you can't use with another knife. So, for example, if I walk up to you, I grab your neck, and I'm deploying the weapon here, and I have a knife here, okay? And I go for a stab intended to enter in here on the rib cage, okay? I come up here, get your, like, palm strike and get your neck, okay, here. And then I'm pulling the weapon, and then now it's out, and what I'm intending to do is stab you here with a hook attack here, okay, into your body. And you kind of flinch and throw your stomach back or something like this. Or let's say like you press close or something like this, okay? So when I launch it, it's like I overshoot, here's your back, and I end up here with the knife. Do you understand? It's like here, here's you, okay? Here's you, okay? Here is the opponent, okay? Here, I have a knife here, and I'm going for a stab here. If for some reason they move towards me, something happens, and I overshoot it. So here's the person's back. I'm trying to hit here, but I overshoot and hit here or here, okay? Now, with this knife, missing with the stab, I'm trying to hit here, okay? If that's an arm or your leg, whatever, some part of your body can like hook you, okay? If that's the neck, see, this is, I'm explaining this to you, I'm right here. But if your body's standing here, and I go from like this to here, okay, to the neck, I overshoot, or you move forward, for example. You move towards me, I throw something like you're moving towards me, which makes me miss. I'm going for this to your neck, and this happens. I overshoot it. With this knife, retracting it, I'm not cutting, okay? If this was a dagger, it's gonna be sharp on both sides. If I end up missing a stab, ending up behind it, then retract it and cut on the way back. And I can cut on the way forward again, see? So whatever way, this I'm cutting anything, okay? So if I'm throwing something to you here, I cut, I end up behind. So it's like I cut here. I go, okay, to your forehead. I cut, slide off, end up here, retracting and cut on the way back, see? So it's like every way I'm moving the weapon front and back, I'm cutting it that way. There's more ways to attack. So with this knife, it's only sharp in the front. I go here, okay, and cut like here, for example, okay, a slash. And up here. With this, I have to reverse the grip and come up, see? More complexity, see? With a dagger, now it's the hand grip, because obviously the thumb won't be there, because this will be cutting, okay? So here, with this knife, cut like this, I can come up with a stab, see, naturally. Like same angle, just launch a stab, okay? And I can do that with the dagger too. Slash on the way down, return with a stab. Now with the dagger, I can also go slash, you move closer, you end up pressing against me, like jumping in. I can just pull it, and I'm cutting. If this is your arm, cutting, ending up here, slashing. However I'm moving this, I'm cutting. So there's more ways to attack, like attack out. Something is here, just retract it, I'm cutting on the way back. Here's the head, attack it here, end up behind the neck, retract it, I'm cutting on the way back. If I stab, get close to you, I end up behind you, I'm pulling back. If you do a takedown arm, I end up with you on top of me, and my arm is behind your back, pulling back, I'm cutting your back, okay? Like no matter how I end up, if something is in front of this side, pulling, I'm cutting it, pushing, I'm cutting it, pulling, I'm cutting it, cutting here on the way back. So there's basically more moves, more, like you're dangerous this way, you're dangerous here and back, you're dangerous here and back, okay? So whatever, doing this, okay, like here, cut here, something's here, instead of cutting like this, having to turn, if you throw something here, something else, I can just move back, okay? I'm more into the forward, back, anyway, I'm cutting both sides, okay? Now obviously it's not on the sides, okay? There'll be two sides, front and back, okay? Versus only one side here. So a dagger is good. And some of the Filipino martial arts people have like a cult, it was like the karambit, okay? It was like they love it. So a lot of people in Filipino martial arts, they think that the karambit is the ultimate knife or something like this, which I don't agree with. It's like I'd rather have a dagger than a karambit. That doesn't mean that because I don't like it as much that it sucks or something like this, but here's the point. Here's another thing. If you throw a tip, like a push kick, from this guard here, for example, stance, I can stab it coming in. There's a kick on, I can stab it here. With this attack, same there, if I miss, and it's a dagger, it's a push kick coming, and I aim to stab into it, and I overshoot it and miss, end up here, natural momentum is like I'm cutting it. It turns into pulling it. So it's like there's a limb here. I'm trying to hit it with a stab, okay? So come here, try to hit it with a stab. If I miss here, it will, see, and I'm cutting it. So yeah, I'd like to buy a dagger. Possibly next month I will. Here's the other stance. Okay. Okay. Here. So, you can win a knife fight by waiting for your enemy to throw something, make their attack miss, counter them, and finish them with your first attack. That's more realistic than it's like a long draw out sword duel like in the movies. It's like standing in front of each other trading for like 3 minutes. Okay, it's like more. It's like make the first attack miss, make your first attack hit. Okay, more of that. It's like really important not to get hit, and make their first attack miss and make your first attack hit. Okay, and not like get close and start pairing attacks or something like this. Okay, also blade on blade blocks are more realistic for sword fighting than knife fighting. There is blocking in knife fighting, but not, you don't use blade on blade blocks. I mean, if you have a knife, I'm not really trying to connect with your blade if I want to block it. If you throw this, okay, for example, here at me, I'm not trying to connect with your blade, with my blade, like blade on blade block. I'm trying to connect with the hand or the wrist, okay? Because if the blade is moved towards me, that means there's a hand attached to it, understand? So that you want to impact with the hand, the wrist, the forearm. A lot of times, the closer to the blade, the better, and not the blade itself, okay? So you also don't want to think too much about the movies and fancy things like this, because in movies there's like a stunt man art form where the movie fighting, it's not HEMA. So it's like they're doing, it's like they're trying to hit each other's blade. It's like okay, and then it's like haha, the guy gets cuts. It's like he comes back, and it's like connect with blades and things like this. It's like an art form to that. Versus in a sword fight, it's like trying to hit the body with your attacks mostly, and not like trying to hit his blade with my blade. Okay, no, it's like trying to hit the body of your opponent without being interfered with by his blade. Okay, there's kind of inverse for in movie fighting, like the stuntman art form or like sword duels. It's like this kind of okay, and hit sword. So I like to assume different stances and then attack different ways from there. So here's a stance, and you should be able to be dangerous from any position. Okay, I mean, it's not like if you end up like this, it's like, oh, you should have to be able to attack from here. Okay, here, see, accurately and swiftly. From here, here, see, like from here, see, from here. Okay, you should be from every position. You should be dangerous from this position, understand? And not like it's only from here. It should be even from awkward positions. You should be able to quickly attack and be dangerous. Okay, and part of what I have been doing for training shadow is like practicing recovering from awkward positions. A lot of times you can end up in awkward positions after throwing an attack that connects or not, especially if it doesn't attack. Like a missed shot, rotates your body into that position. It's like you don't want to be in a knife, for example, that an actual to the death. It's like you end up like this, and you have no experienced muscle memory. Your body has never moved effectively, accurately, like a knife from here into something. Okay, it's like the first time you have to like be effective moving from this position to here. So this just makes sense. It's like practicing attack from all kinds of positions, like from here, even in a comfort position, and then also beware of momentum. So what will actually happen if you hit something? You slide off more or less. Okay, well, it's like if you hit the forehead, it's not necessarily just gonna stop there. Okay, more likely it will not stop at the thing impacted with, but it can slide off more or less to the side. Okay, which takes me to my next drilling 1-2s. Okay, slash stab attacks. Here, for example. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and started to drill it. Shadow boxing impact training. A lot of times you start learning techniques and drill them in shadow boxing, and then you take it to impact training, and then ultimately to sparring. Okay. So 1-2s, both grips here from this stance. 1, 2. And you can start by having the 1-2 be the same angle to the same target, meaning 12 to 6 here to the head, here, see here, and then followed by a 2 to the same target. So 1, 2, okay, slash, stab to the head area. Now the slash always can be to the neck, okay, like 1, 2, okay, or one here, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, or 1, 2. So you can track the same angle, 12 to 6 slash followed by 6 to 12 stab, okay, like here, slash, stab to the same target from an angle initially, and then later on you can make it more advanced, like change it to where it's like slash to the head followed by a stab under the rib cage. Okay, so different target zones, like slash high, stab low, and the stab could be to the leg, for example, like slash stab. But these are good things to drill muscle memory for. 1-2s, okay, slash stab 1-2s. That is muscle memory building conducive to being effective in knife fighting. Because after delivering a stab, a slash, a lot of times the natural way to attack will be with a thrust. See? So it like makes sense, understand? So if I move towards you and do like one of these slashes to your body, the natural way to follow that up, like efficiency, economy, or like energy, movement, everything, it's like, it's just, you see, a stab. So it's like here, cutting up this way, the natural way that I'm charged up for is like sliding back with a stab. Okay, slash here, followed by a stab. So this slash is charging up the following attack, see? It's like here, see? It's like through a punch, now charging it up, moving it back, okay? Now this attack charges up this attack. So this is like you have a more effective thrust by assuming this position to deliver a thrust. It's more effective from here, okay? So this slash is charging up this stab. So with a punch, it's not like you throw a punch that slides off or impact and connects. And it's like naturally an effective way to attack this is like a charged up sideways hammer fist. So with knife fighting, it's like this attack is a caught position for an effective thrust attack. So what will naturally happen, impact or something, especially something powerful, sliding off more or less, and really muscle move return with thrust. This is rubber. So when I do impact training, I like to put medical tape on the blade, the fake blade, okay, to keep it from doing this like rub
what's it called, like tire marks, okay? Leaving tire marks on the object, which I use for impact training. So here's knife fighting. Things you can do. You start by getting a training knife, okay? Here's my advice. You want to start solo self-training, home training, knife fighting as a martial art form. You get a training knife. You start by learning the two main grips, okay? This grip and this grip, okay? This is called the recontentor, in case you want to get the same one. You learn this grip, some at the back, and then this grip. And then you play around with it and you alternate between the two grips, okay? And then once you got the hand with one hand, you can do that with the other one, okay? So that's something to start doing. Now you know the two main grips and you can alternate with them, between them. You learn different stances, like guards. And you can do the grip change from those stances too. But learn different guard stances. And then you learn attack in different ways from those stances. It can be like in one way initially. Go back to the guard, attack, go back to guard, start slow. If you, okay. Attack. Then okay, learn that way to attack. What about from here? Okay. Then you can start building. So once you learn all kinds of guards and ways to attack from different positions, with this grip, from this guard, you can alternate, use the same guard with reverse grip, attack in different ways, combos, and keep switching it up. Pretty early, you want to get into impact training. So you learn techniques and stances and ways to move your body with shadow boxing, cutting the air. But you want to get into impact training, okay? Meaning impacting with your attacks, not actually hitting something that offers some kind of resistance, which would be anything from a telephone pole to a tree or something that's in your backyard. So, and ultimately you get into sparring at some point in time. So, here, we got this here. We're gonna use this. Okay. So that would be to the neck there, okay. With the reverse grip, which this attack, this grip, through something, that's a good potential. It's almost like a Wing Chun thing, okay. And if you could turn a little bit more, you could use it. Well, actually, possibly you could figure out a way to use it, like the. Okay, you could use it like that if you wanted to. Then there's a technique to training with like there's a pair ball technique, like learning the skill of using that. Okay, so everyone has a point. We use this now. See? Okay, so that's impact training, okay? Where it's like from before you saw me use in the air, and now I'm actually delivering the attack to something, which can be good. Because that's what you will be dealing with in a real knife fight, where you're actually delivering energy and impacting with something with your attacks, okay? So this is something like an arm. See here, this can be an arm that I don't want to impact with my knife. I want to get to the neck, understand? See? So there's like simple things. It's like
let's say here's the neck, okay, somebody's a little bit taller than me. And this could be a shoulder or like a hand, okay? So I'm wanting to not hit the branches, I like hit here, okay? Okay, so that it won't fall in there. So notice how what I'm talking about is I prefer powerful attacks and not this kind of like fast things. I prefer decapitation blows, understand? Where it's like thrown with power, where it's like this, if it connects to the neck, it has a potential to like sever the head and like get through the windpipe, sever both cardiac arteries and slide in between the vertebrae and cut nerves in the spine. Like one is powerful enough that's like connect the right spot, it can insta kill the person like that. And not kind of like leaving a slash to one side of the neck, and that's another light, so that's another, okay. It's not surgery. It's like, so here's the point. This is the punch cut that I talked about before. Here. See? And it's powerful. So if that connects here, it's really bad. From any side. See here. This is impact training. You know how you can attack at that angle and end up here. Okay. That's a 12 to 6. Natural way to attack from here is return with that. See. Here. 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 See here. If you're a Christian, blessed be the Lord, the reason I'm like Neo the Matrix, I know Kung Fu. I pay the Dagger better fighting. It's like I just am able to do certain techniques instead of kind of like that. There's been things I've been able to do without any training because God has been helping me. Now, for the average person, there's a intense need of like training a lot to become good at doing something, okay? And even if there's not a need to, they might still be used to it, okay? So here's the point. Reverse grip here. If an elbow strike or punch comes here, it might hurt that person more than me, okay? Close range, here. From here, impact with the body, I can just turn it to attack. So here's one thing too, where you can like bulldoze in, understand? Almost like a blitz. Where it's like holding yourself, just moving in, intending to impact and touch the body, which is a trigger. You know you touch body, turn into an attack, understand? Where it's kind of like steam was like that move into them, okay? You impact with something here, and without looking, okay? Like here, for example. Here, connected with something, and turning into an attack. There's a Dutch kickboxing style where it's a little bit different than Muay Thai, but whatever, get into something else. Here's the point. From here, from the hip, this is also dangerous, like from behind the back, because the punches you don't see coming hurt the most. So from here, this can be like the person doesn't know they're about to get in a knife fight yet, okay? It can be you're holding a knife behind your back, they don't know yet, and you attack them, okay? And or just from here, it can just make it hard to see what's coming. And it can be here, or it can be low from here. It can be an attack at this angle. See an upward slash here. It can be this too, all kinds of stuff. So here, this is like a Wing Chun, I understand. But you can use this as both. It's like, I guess, this is me blocking something. See, now it doesn't rotate that much and have all the bells and whistles, but it does have the little things. See here. See, you can do kind of blocking training with this, or like quick little dirty boxing for close range impact out with the elbows or your forearms. See, there's things like this. You can see here. I just don't enjoy this. But here's the point, okay? It's like, yeah. It's like, okay. It's, I don't know if Tony Ferguson watched this, but he should be in the garage sharpening his elbows if he's getting ready. If he's crazy enough to think he would have a chance, understand? Okay, okay. He should be looking for witches in the walls or something like this. Okay, really. Okay, if he wants to get ready, he should be like in the garage with a grinder, like to sharpen his elbows, and also look for witches behind every tree while doing knife fighting. Okay, he should go out in the woods with a training knife and look for witches behind the trees and things like this. Okay, really. So here's the point. Here, and this I impacted to the side, which meant glancing ricochet blow, which is also part of armored fighting, where you have a cuirass that's angled to deflect blows. And if you launch a thrusting attack, unless it's like in the middle, you're more or less likely to have it slide off to the side. Okay, and I was trying to demonstrate that I hit it dead center, so it actually started bending the knife instead. Okay, so here's the point. Knife fighting. Okay, here. See here, from here, here. What about here? Well, notice, if this was a dagger, when I end up here, this is kind of awkward position, but it's not a straight line of attack. If there was a dagger, pulling back, I'm cutting, see? So it's like, this shows the utility of it, like a dagger. Where it's here, flash here. Notice what I'm saying. There's like the natural way, it's like you end up behind something to the side. So here with a dagger, I would be cutting on the way back, just pulling straight back, see? So here it's, here, see? And I slide off here with a dagger. I can pull, and this is not a dagger, so it's not cut on the back. But if it was, it would be cut on the way back. I go here, end up here, cut back, just tracing the same angle, see? So here, cutting both front and back. Here, if I end up going for a stab, I miss. I'm still like cutting with that side, okay? So, if you want my opinion, the best fighting knife, and this is all the clickbait, people say the best, okay, but in my view, the best fighting knife design is a dagger, okay? Really. A fixed blade dagger. And it doesn't have to be super big. That's another thing. You don't want to think that the knife has to be super big for it to be dangerous. The best knife to have is the one you have on you when you get into a knife fight, understand? That's the best knife. So if you have like a katana, machete, on a stand in your bedroom above your bed, or under your bed, and you're in the kitchen when some cracker jumped through the window, it's like, oh, they're in between me and the door to my bedroom. You have to get through them to get to the weapon. So the best weapon to have in like melee fighting, okay, is the one you have on you when you get into melee fight, okay? Not the one that's like, somebody bang comes through the door here. It's two crackheads. Like, oh, I got my machete on the desk in the living room, and they're in between me and the living room towards me, and I need my machete, okay? No, it's like I have a knife here, see? So this is the best. The best weapon is the one you have on you when you need it, okay? So it's kind of like a 9mm you have on your hip when somebody breaks down your door is better like a light machine gun you have in the garage or something like this, okay? It's like the weapon you have on you that, okay? So, as far as the type of knives I've been carrying at home EDC, fixed blade compact knives. Budget fixed blade compact knives, okay? And they're gonna end up in Shrek McPhee's rectum or in the evidence room anyway, I understand. Possibly a combination of both. Okay, okay. So it's like, I'm not too concerned about it, okay? That's a joke. So it's a reference, here's the point. Okay, that hit it, okay. He said, it's like, I have a knife, it's like, Madame, it's gonna end up in evidence anyway, so it's not like a collector's edition or what it is. So it's like, okay, now here's the point. The type of knives I've been buying, it's budget fixed blade compact fixed blade body knife. And I just was paying attention to the wrong thing, okay? So this is things happen, okay? Now here's the point, okay? And it's freshly sharpened. So here's yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have a little brief intermission. I just ended up cutting something that I wasn't intending to cut with the knife as I was pulling the sheet, not paying attention. That's also part of uh, the this thing. I'm not gonna show it, okay, but it's like this little thing going on. So okay, there's like a finger. Okay, so here's the thing. Where did I get with this? I don't know. I cut my finger as I was pulling the blade, okay? And I don't know if YouTube allows you showing a finger that's bleeding in the live stream or not, which is why I'm not showing it, okay? So it's a cover up. It's a conspiracy to not show you the finger that I cut that's bleeding, allegedly, okay? For entertainment purposes, I'm saying that. So here's the point, and educational. So it's like, possibly, I'm gonna do some covert wound care now, okay? I'm gonna address this wound situation. It's a minor light wound. Now, if you know that somebody's diabetic, they just prick uh, the end of the finger with a needle and just a little hole. It kind of puts out some significant amount of blood. So you have capillaries there. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some wound care now. This a surprising absence of pain, okay, considering the amount of blood coming out. Okay, so here's the point. I done fucked up. So I fucked up, okay. So I cut my finger. This is the second time that I cut myself on that knife, okay. So I guess part of it is inexperience with this, where it's like anytime you try something new, you're more likely to get hurt. Now this is not serious, okay? It's just a little scratch, like you catch yourself slicing carrots on your finger, and it's kind of like kind of a lot of blood, but it's not that bad. I didn't chop my finger off. So I sharpened it. If it was blunt, a dull blade, I would possibly not have hurt myself there, okay? So yeah, and it seems to have coagulated. Possibly, I don't know if vitamin K2 and K is the same. Vinca, okay. But I'm impressed with the coagulation rate there. Whereas it stopped bleeding already. So if you could hear it, I could hear it. As I was standing, like playing it off, like it's like, do I, okay, it's like pretend like nothing happened, which it's like, really, yeah, I would like to turn like now it becomes live wound care, okay? How I deal with wounds, not simulated, but it's like an actual wound, okay? It's like never let a good crisis go to waste, even a minor one, waste. So, okay, let's do this. But then it's like the thing that makes me not show it and like kind of pretend like I'm just joking, possibly that I got cut on my finger right now. Is I don't know if you to be like, if I show, look, I'm bleeding, I just got hurt live on the internet, there'd be some kind of a violation of terms of service, which why I'm like, this is still possibly just act, okay? This I'm act, I pretend I just got cut. You haven't seen any blood at this point. So, okay. So, but whatever. Possibly I'm pretending that I just cut my finger. Okay. Okay. So, no, it's a weird game, okay? It's a YouTube streaming. So I don't know if they allow people, if you would do a cooking stream live on YouTube and cut your finger chopping onions, and it's like if you bring to the camera, oh, I'm bleeding from my finger, be like, oh, this is like repulsive content, terms of service, something like this. Now, up until the point, if somebody claims that I was bleeding this video, it would be just a claim. There's no, there hasn't been any visual, okay? So it's up to, if I say that it happened, I guess, okay? So if I could also go, I just saw an alien outside the window there shooting a laser gun at me. I'm being hurt right now, something like this. Okay. Oh, well, that's so a human is being hurt in this video. Okay. It's like, what happened? Did you see an alien shooting something? No? Okay. So here's the point. I'm impressed at the supposed coagulation rate of the supposed wound. They may or may not have happened previous live stream, because uh, one time I was in the kitchen before this moment in time. Previously on my SAHA live previously, which could be 10 minutes or 10 years ago. I was in the kitchen. I cut myself on the finger with a knife, and I was looking at it, and I could hear the blood drops hitting the floor. Understand that? Okay, and I don't know if you could hear that if you wouldn't be listening at the time. Okay, so I don't know, but here's the point. I had a wound once. I cut myself in the finger, and it's like left unattended, just rinse it underwater. It's like stop bleeding. So I guess capillaries, multiple small blood vessels at the end of the fingers, which means a small cut cuts many of them. Out of many small blood vessels, one significant blood flow. And also, that they are small is conducive to coagulation. It's like 1 millimeter of blood coagulation. It quickly seals the opening. So it's like a big hose with a big hole in it. You need more like silver tape, duct tape to plug it. But if like a small tube with a small hole, and it's like this glue effect, it's like if the coagulation is like 1 millimeter of blood per minute, that is like coagulated. Okay. If it's like a small, so whatever, here's the point. Oh, this is why we have disclaimers. Okay, don't try anything you see me do at home. Now, there's no proof that I was, as a matter of fact, I might just have been joking. It's like, oh, I just got cut. Okay, so, all right. So here's the point. Also, this type of stuff I had to do sometimes to keep the ruse going that I'm not Superman. Okay, when I was a kid, I saw a Superman episode, and Superman was on a video call with two like teenagers, something like this. And it's like, we think you're Superman. We cracked it. Okay, Clark Kent. It's like, we know you're Superman. And it's like, oh, hold on, I gotta go. It's like, oh, I capped myself on a glass bottle, and that really is ketchup or something like this. See, Superman can't something like this. Okay, so it's like that's part of the ruse to keep people not discover my real identity. Okay, of being Superman, the man of steel that cannot be injured by okay. I'm not a mere mortal. I can only be slain by fire. I'm the son of Pellador, so for this like his okay. I can only be slain by fire. How dare you mere mortals defy me, understand, with your metallurgical weapon devices. So here's the point. Yeah, okay. Shout out to God for creating the human body. This live stream is brought to you by blood coagulation, which is the reason I'm still alive right now. That blood coagulates. It would have taken at the bleeding rate maybe 3 hours for me to pass out from blood loss, if my blood didn't coagulate, and if left unattended, maybe 4, 6, 11, maybe 24 hours at the rate I was bleeding last time I got cut, which may not have been previously in this lesson. So here's the point. What I've noticed is, since I bought this knife on the top of injuries, I've gotten cut 2 times, like it's petty wounds, okay? Petty wounds. So, anytime you try something new, if that's, here's what I believe. If you have driven a Ford car, a certain model for 10 years, you buy a new car, you're more likely to wreck it the first week after changing to a new car. Like some other, like a Tesla or something like this. If you've been driving a certain type of car, it handles a certain way. If you change your car, you're more likely to get injured or crashing. Like the first time behind the wheel, first week, the handling characteristics of this vehicle. So, anyway, here's the point. One thing I figured out with this knife is after I got it and I started doing rapid deployment training, one-handed rapid deployment, which is good to train, which like pulling it with one hand, starting I had it in sweatpants, I think, and pulling on it, see, the whole sheath can come with it. which adds a second step for deployment. Okay, before assuming a proper grip and then launching an attack if that's what you want to do. So it's like one-handed deployment. You already figure out like with this sheet and pretty much any sheet of this general type of design. If you just pull on the blade, it can happen. You bring the whole sheet with it, and you will have this effect. But now I can't stab or slash with this. That's the second step of deployment. Failure to free the weapon from the sheath, okay, and like bringing the whole sheath with you, which means it's not dangerous right now. Well, it's an impact weapon, but it's not really dangerous. Now, obviously, one thing I could do is impact with something, and then this, like I fake it, like hitting as if I'm attacking, can drag the weapon and free it like this, okay? Like pushing it against something. Allow me to here. Okay, here. See, and I'm pushing against something like that. That's the way to do it. Now, I was practicing and figuring out like what's the way to do one-handed deployment of this, and it's basically this here. That when I failed and I cut myself. Now this is about 4 days ago. Here, like another like petty wound. It's one-handed deployment. You want to give resistance. So the way that I did it was putting my finger here, and then pulling here, and then cut myself here. So what I figured out the best way to do it, 2 fingers here, 1 finger here, pull with these fingers, and push with that finger. Now I'm holding it with 2 or 3 fingers. So the next step becomes acquiring a proper grip. So here's the one-handed deployment technique. Here, push, pull, and it becomes assuming a proper grip. Which once again, the grip change is something that can help you to translate to actual fighting ability. Where it's like with one hand pulling it, having a bad grip, assuming a certain grip with one hand and without looking. See, so that's part like you want to learn knife fighting, get a training knife, learn the 2 main grips, and practice alternating between those 2 main grips until you can do it pretty easily without looking, okay, with a training knife, okay. And how is that? Well, one-handed deployment under stress, end up with like a bad grip. You have to assume either this grip or this grip, okay, before you can really be effective with attacking or doing anything else, like blocking something like this. So that actually makes sense. It's kind of like the same basics of like in boxing, how to make a fist or something like this. It's like some people might hold a hand like this, okay, and so now you make a fist like this, okay. So it's like a detail that's important. So get a training knife, really, a cold steel training knife. If you're, well, it doesn't have to be a cold steel training knife, but I have a cold steel Recontento, like the actual knife. And I have a cold steel Recontento training knife. So, one thing that I like about cold steel is, first of all, they have good fighting knives, okay? So that's always a positive, that if you're looking for fighting knives, it's a company to have them, okay? Secondly, ranging from some to all of cold steel knives, let's say a lot of them, they have a training version of it available. Which if you buy the cold steel SRK, they have a cold steel SRK training knife that you can use for sparring with people or shadow boxing or doing what I've been doing here. So if you have like a SRK, you buy it, it'd be dangerous to do what I'm doing, like move it around doing shadow boxing. You can drop on the foot, you can stab yourself and get hurt, okay? So you obviously even unsheathing it, okay, especially if like it's a new knife, okay? So the advantage is you can have the knife and you can use the training knife for practice. It has the same range, same shape of handle, and okay, it wants off as close to actually as possible for practice like stances and attack, whatever you're doing, like light impact training and you can learn the reach, or it's like you have something like that, holding from this stance, like launching a stab and impact with it. You're getting muscle memory. It's like learning your reach with the weapon, like this grip, looking at that thing, impacting with it. Okay, so you don't want to use an actual knife for shadow boxing and this type of stuff I've been doing, like a swimming stance or whatever you're doing, like impact training or move around, because it's like even unsheathing it, you can get hurt. And especially, like I said, with a new knife, you're more likely to end up getting hurt. Even like unsheathing, doing drills, like you're pulling, like you're practicing, like what I did when I cut myself the other day, like practicing rapid deployment with one hand, okay? And it's like, oh, I cut my finger, okay? And with the Fitzgerald's K40, I can't remember the last time I got cut doing anything with that. And it's like a knife that I've had for longer than this. It's like multiple training sessions, rapid deployment, using shadow boxing. I don't remember ever like cutting myself, pulling it, or something like this, because I have more experience with that. Okay, and it's like a new knife, and it's a new sheath, and a different deployment, and a different way to get hurt. Where I could pull it this way with the fist cross, where I can cut, but pulling it the same way, I guess. With this one, that's a way to get hurt with it. So this is the type of stuff where it's like nerding out, where it's like people are. It's like I can see it. Okay, where this like it's like what you need to do to be able to do knife fighting is have a knife and be willing to fight with it. Okay, basically, and then there's okay, and then there's things that you can do that can make you better at fighting with knives. Okay, so it's just simple. It's like what you need to do to be able to fight with a knife and be dangerous fighting with a knife is have a knife to fight with and a willingness to fight with it. Okay, or a need, which a lot of times is the same as willingness. Okay, so I saw a video the other day of like a knife use of force scenario involving a knife. And it was a guy who looked kind of like had a homeless look and like a small knife. And he was back away from some big guy that was walking ahead and do like rotations like this. Okay. And the guy had a knife. And I think that part of it, maybe I can find it, he left his hand hanging out and the guy was kicking at his legs. Which was like, yeah. I guess, yeah, you should watch my videos like that. Like, don't leave your hand hanging out, because the guy was kicking at his hand. And he's a kicking it kind of lightly. So if you would have had this guy, I think that same scenario, if you would have watched my video, I think it could be better. It was like, one of his stats, he would have like the reverse grip with his knife, and a high guard and back away from him like this, and waiting for a limb to present to try to stab it coming in. Okay, but it's like back away, the guy is like kicking it or something like this. And it looked like it kind of slid at the guy's leg when I caused significant damage. So I think that what he could have done, he had this guard, or like this guard even here, here, or here, or here, okay? And then same thing like back away, but instead of kind of this, okay, if you had this, and then back away, and then as a kick comes, stab at it like this, or a mid guard like kind of here, waiting for anything. Like the head coming, or a punch or something like this, or a kick, and try to hit it like that. So so a lot of things, part of the learning process is making mistakes. They're failing forward. Okay. Part of the learning process is making mistakes, literally. Okay, it's not just some cutesy thing. It's like the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, okay, that's correct. It's like part of a lot of things I've learned. It's like making a mistake, and it's like, oh, the wrong way of doing it. I understand. It's like I pulled it where I cut my finger. What would I do? Why I have my finger on the side? So what is the right technique? Have it like this. Okay. Now it's not that you're aiming to fail. It's like if you're working to improve something, you're gonna have failure. Varying types and intensities. And that is part of learning process. So I talked earlier today about detoxing iron, and that's something you can do as well. That's part of knife fighting. Basically part of knife fighting is not having metals in your body. Understand that's part of the knife fighting. Understand lifestyle. Not having metals enter into your body, or like if they're in there, can be good to extract the metals out of your body. So iron is something a lot of people have too much of. Here's another thing. If you're attacking somebody else with a knife or two knives, there's a risk that even if the other person doesn't have an edged weapon, that you can end up being cut by your own knives. And it's not really that far-fetched that could end up happening. Meaning, quite a lot of time, if people attack somebody with a knife, they end up having cuts on the fingers or hands or something like this. So, if you attack somebody with a knife, you might get cut too. Okay, meaning that's part of the that's like a risk. Where it's like wielding weapons, especially with high resistance. Okay, there's a risk you can get cut in all kinds of ways. Like you move the knife towards, they react somehow. You can push the blade into you, and that's it. So, here's the point. Good things to have at home, first aid supplies, like I said before, is wet wipes and medical tape, which is good for minor wounds. And you can even use the right type of medical tape for major wounds. Like I fixed an arterial bleed, which is also one of these things. Experience whether it works. Like medical recommended at-home medical supplies for first aid is wide medical tape. Okay, and I had an arterial bleed in my foot, and I was able to use medical tape, wide medical tape, and it solved the problem. So it happened in this kitchen actually. So let's tell a story. I had a glass bottle on the floor, and sometimes it happens, which is part of also our ultimate routines. Sometimes I come home, I put my grocery bags on the kitchen floor here, and I get to do other stuff. I don't remember if it was that, if it was just a bottle that was on the floor for some other reason. It wasn't on the plastic, but I think it was on the floor. I have flip flops. This is before I invested in protective shoes. They don't have a Kevlar insole and steel cap, which I'm wearing right now. Now, I had Crocs like flip flops, and I walk into the kitchen and step on a glass bottle, a vinegar bottle. Right? It breaks by stepping on it, and a shard of glass. It's like a glass bottle for a step on it, it breaks, and a shard of glass shoots up through the crock into my foot, into the major artery, the main artery in the foot. Okay, and quite a small wound, maybe this big, okay, wide, and it was significant bleeding, okay, like serious bleeding, which goes back to you don't need a big blade shoved into the body to really hurt somebody. So part of effectively like neutralizing somebody with a knife is what are you aiming to do? Puncture vital organs and cause significant bleeding, rapid bleeding, blood loss. There's like two things that are good to do if you're fighting with a knife trying to kill someone. Is puncture vital organs, penetrate puncture wounds to the lungs, heart, major arteries. There's a major artery in the foot. If that's the aorta, okay, a small blade can reach the aorta. Now there's internal bleeding, and this is a bad day. So here's the point. You don't need a super big blade. It's in the right spot. You can really mess up with somebody. So here's the point. A separate piece of glass, a shard of glass, shot up through the croc foot insole into my foot. Okay, and it's like a mainline artery, like a major artery, and the other like a branch of a tree, branch out from it. And it's the major artery that like nicked. It was bleeding profusely. So that was one of the most painful injuries that I've had actually. They're super painful, like a sharp sudden pain, like really intense. And I think also I wasn't hyperadrenalized. So possibly would have happened when I was high adrenaline cortisol doing knife or stuff like this. I might not be as painful, but it was like quickly painful, and then it got more painful over time. Okay, there's like sudden sharp, real like pain. Okay, and look down. It's like a blood puddle. Blood is blood, and the first step is I have to. The shard of glass is like still stuck like in the insole of the foot and in my foot. Okay, so first of it is wiggling it out. Understand? Okay, to me like you have an arrow or something, like pull it out. Understand? That's also painful, but it's like quickly like, pull it. Understand? Get it out there, and now it's bleeding more because it's
back. So what happened in the middle of telling a pretty good story of how I was able to solve a problem while being sharing the actual uh, value of like how you can solve a single problem. The phone died. Okay, so I was the cable that I have is not fast charging and it's kind of bad. So it's like I plug in, it dies, and I start plugging. It's like it's not just charging, but it's not going even to one from zero. So I went rummaging through looking for another cable, and I eventually found it. So I'm back stronger than ever, on top of my game. The country boys tell me, Michael, man, okay, a country boy can't survive. I got medical tape and wet wipes, and a country boy can't survive. Country boy can't survive. Okay. And they kept me on my highway, my 945. Okay, I love my country, I love my guns. And the boy trying to change, they gotta come to me, okay? I love my knives, I love my medical tape. Anybody that try to change, they gotta come to me. I was like, country boy can't survive. Okay. I love my God, I love my guns. I don't have guns. I got an air gun, okay, I love it though. There's the point. Okay. So here's the point. Yeah, so let's pick up where I was in it. So basically, uh, part of the recent Mike Saha live stream has been recommended items. Okay, you could call it prepping, but it's like things are good to have at home. Okay, recommended. You should have a bottle of colloidal silver. Okay, medical tape, wide medical tape, wet wipes. Okay, as opposed to dry wipes. Okay, wet wipes is a leukoplast. So here's some things I recommend to have at home: an ultrasonic nebulizer, a bottle of 3% hydrogen peroxide, colloidal silver, medical tape, and wet wipes. Okay, these are good things to have at home. They can be used for all kinds of stuff, including but not limited to uh, minor wound care. Okay, range from minor wound care to first aid, more major wounds. So before my stream died and I restarted it, I was talking about how using some of these items I was able to solve an arterial bleed. So let's kind of jump back here. I stepped on a glass bottle in front of the kitchen, and it was bleeding profusely because it opened up an artery. So it's an arterial bleed. It's the main artery in the foot. It got in there, and I'm leaking. Okay, and I have Crocs, and it's like the glass shard went all the way through the Croc into my foot, like that spot into the artery, and it's stuck in there. So first becomes it's sharp pain. Pull, like free my foot, okay, which is like up and it's still in there. It's like dragging out, okay, it's just kind of nasty. And it's like a big puddle of blood, like quickly. It's like a growing puddle of blood, okay. And I hop on one leg into wherever I had the medical tape and some. I don't remember. I think either I had these wound dressings, like a pack of like foldable compresses, like dry cotton, no woven type stuff. Put it on there. Now first I poured some vodka on it, then put one on those on there, and then white medical tape and wound it tight around there, and it started bleeding. Okay, so until I could get to your, and I still have like a numb spot on my left foot from there, just like I have in my right leg from a suspected SAHA dart gun. Okay, now that's hard for people to believe, but here's the point. Okay, so I have a numb spot in my left foot and in my right calf because they've been attacking me to the corners of my body. Okay, like here. Okay, the corners of the body. This is like Musashi sword fighting. There's even murder into that type of stuff. They attack the enemy to the corners of his body. It's more or less, it's like the bottom right, the top left, where they had a dental assassin, as I call them. Where this is part of sick stuff. This is they do the Bible church. I'm a Christian. The Bible church work for a program that has been working to destroy the temple of my Holy Ghost, my body. By Mike goes to a dentist, the Illuminati gets a dentist when this guy shows up, poke a hole in his tooth because that can give him a heart attack or stroke and make him die and make him sick and suffer before he dies from this mortal wound. That's what I believe. Okay, and then part of that, after Illuminati had got to the dentist and her job, and when this guy your job is to poke a hole in his tooth, give him a tooth infection, okay, which can result in heart attacks and strokes. That didn't work, so then they hit me with a heart attack on the right leg and failed at that too to assassinate me. So it's like slow kill, let's try to fast kill heart attack, fast track heart attack. Both of them failed. And anyway, here's the point. I've been relying on courage and ingenuity to overcome my things. Anyway, here's the point. So, and here's part of the thing too. First of all, the dentist and her assistant, okay, the dental assistant and her assistant, they were doing directed speech while I was in the dental chair, and that's part of the context. And then when I leave the dental clinic, the program has placed a dead rat outside the dental clinic. It's like any dead animal would have got the message, be like, kind of like, yeah, we got the dentist, you're gonna be dead, and dead animal, kind of like, look at this dead bird or rat or frog. They could have placed any dead animal, but I guess the easiest thing to cover is like, well, this rats, and sometimes they get hit or something like this. So they placed a dead animal right outside there. Okay, and then the Swedish, they had a call right past. It's like this type of mental ill stuff. Same way they try to make me have an accident in the supermarket, and they had placed like a slippery, it's like a landmine, where part of strategy is like if you're gonna have a minefield, place a landmine. One attack is you put landmines in a bottleneck of the territory. It's like here's the trenchline defense position. This is impassable due to the terrain. It's like a body of water here that I like to cross. Okay, there's some kind of like rock here so it can't cross. There's like an open space here, so if they're going to try to get to this trench line, they'd like it to pass through here. Put the landmines in the bottleneck, so effective 10 landmines. You put it here in the bottleneck. Okay, so they had put a slippery puddle. This is a way they try to take me out, make me have accidents around the public in right of ways, like near misses with cars and said it was like they had somebody circling the line. When I'm gonna cross, they had I almost get hit. They've tried to make me have accidents, slip and fall accident, stage accidents. In the supermarket, happened several times. I'm there shopping, they put a wet paddle, meaning some perp goes in and spills some water, something like this, in a paddle, in a place where it's like Mike goes and gets bird seed, and we know a lot of times he goes in here in this shelf to get the bird seed. So it's like a ball, and put a paddle there and it's like to sleep on it. And they keep putting the numbers, like intermediate when I'm in the supermarket, they had a little trap put for me. Something that's like at the store per put their cart. Here's like going over here, they hope I'm gonna be walking like here with my foot and fall, understand? And then it's like, if I don't hit on it, they remove it. See? So this type of stuff was like part of trying to make me have accidents. Okay? Because it's unjustified murder, and it's not like due process. Michael's been found guilty of a crime worthy of death, and we have improvement built to that. We had the capital punishment in the books in Sweden. So now the guy, we're gonna kill this guy because it's wicked, evil, corrupt. It's like this, like try to make you kill and not make it look like the government killed you. See, murdered you. Okay, so this is all part of what I've been going through because I'm the day live guy, and it's easy and comfortable to sell out. See, but part of the adventure of being a non-sellout Christian warrior, standing up for my God-given freedoms and just standing up for myself, resisting these people. It's a life wrought with peril and danger and hazard in my life, and being endangered in the city by the heathen of my countrymen. And 2 times, do you understand? It's like in perils in the city by the heathen of my countrymen. And I can list off like 2 times they try to give me a heart attack in this way. 1 time they attacked my body in this other way. Another time it's like in hungers, nakedness, hungers. Okay, so that's part of walking with God rather than compromising and enjoying the pleasure of sin, comfort for a season, rather choosing to enjoy afflictions as a man of God. See, walk with God. So anyway, here's the point. Yeah. So back to the so yeah, but when that happened, the supermarket, I was live and my girlfriend was watching. There was like a slippery thing there. They put in a bottleneck, and I slipped, but I didn't like fall and hit the ground. Okay, it's not intended. They had put that as a psychopathic stuff. But after they pay a dentist to pull him tooth on purpose, they leave like a dead animal there. It's like a psychopathic thing, kind of marking the victim thing. And they had that in front of the bug extermination now. You see, where it's like clean kill. So it's like if I would have slipped, there'd be like in front of the alley, it's like like traps, mouse traps, and things like this, and things like this. Okay, so it's like really disgusting. And this is like it's so mind-boggling, like this disgusting Christian murdering scum. Understand? It's like we're Christian, I think God and do the Bible sure. It's like, and you're working for a program work to murder God's children and poison them and abuse them and tyrannize them and like pretend they're Americans when you're part of a system that's against everything America stands for: due process, the rule of law. Okay, innocent until proven guilty, God-given human freedoms and things like this. Like we're working for a program that's like against all this satanic, but we're good Christians for this. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Anyway, here's the point. We're guilty of the sin of murder, but Mike says fuck in response to being murdered by us pastors, and we work to murder him. He's mad and says fuck you. He's bad, but we're guilty of the sin of murder. Okay. Come and cast our Lord in among us. Let us all have one purse. Okay. You're lying away for your own lives. You look privily for your own lives. You're lying away for your own blood. You look privily for your own lives. So is everyone is read or gain. So it's Proverbs. So these pastors didn't read the Bible enough, because basically that's what they've been tricked into. It's like part of it's like this is a group effort where they have financial reward for work for program work to murder somebody. Say slow murder, this persecution program. They're sold to them as community police to keep society safe. So fuck you. So here's the point. For the greater good, kill the Jews. This is always for the greater good. See, the tyrants. Now I'm a quality individual, and these people are the proverbial Jungian army of zeros in the hand of psychopathic madmen. See, that's the real thing. Everything ultimately comes down to quality individual. Okay, we think history is enough of what a mob of an army of zeros can do in the hand of a single madman. Okay, so the psychopathic madmen, more than say madmen power elites, have this stalking murder cult army that is working to destroy people. Anyway, here's the point. Here's how I fixed the arterial bleed. Step on a glass bottle, open up an artery in my foot, significant bleeding, and it's just put a wound, what's it called, gauze pad, wound pad on it, pour vodka on it, put a wound pad on it, and then I had wide medical tape and wound it tight around the foot. And it stopped the bleeding, kept it in there. So that's something that not just theoretically, but theoretically, it's like these are things you have at home for first aid kit if I get hurt, and proven by experience that yes, okay, it was good theory. Okay, so so here's the point. Um, it's something like this. Now this hasn't. I haven't tested this. It wasn't this type. I think what I had was the white medical tape. So what you want is not the type of tape that can let through liquid. You want something obviously that is watertight. Okay, so if you would get shot through the palm of your hand or get stabbed or something like this, and it goes through and through, you want something that you can wrap around here that doesn't let water through, obviously, because you want to keep the blood contained. Okay, you want to keep the blood from leaving your body. Okay, so this type of stuff, wide medical tape. Okay, if you can always pick one size, you pick the wide one, because the wide one, if you need thin tape, you can make it thinner. Okay, even without a scissor, you can make a more precise cut. But the thin one can't be made wider as easily. So if you're gonna just buy one size, buy a wide size, 5 centimeters, 7.5 centimeters, something like this. So that's good to have at home. And you can use it for a small wound. So if I would have gotten cut here, like here, still same there. It's wide enough to catch a different wound, and if one of them is not wide enough, you can do multiple laps. Okay, so it's a good first aid thing. And for minor wounds, I'm gonna show you the wound care now. So I have a little cut here due to coagulation, effective coagulation. It stopped bleeding quickly. So it's just a minor wound. Okay. So here's the point. This is the wet wipe. Okay. Now, really, how I do it, a lot of times I have like a staging area where I had like a little thing. It's like I have a toilet paper or paper towels. Put my hand on it. So first, a lot of times, wash my hands with Leppo soap, dry it off, put something like a toilet paper or something like this. Obviously unused. Okay, I cannot recycle it. Okay, so put the hand there. Okay, so it's rested on a surface that's pretty clean, and then you start working on it. So here's the point: with a minor wound like this, notice how this is good. What I told you to recommend items to have at home, from petty wounds to major ones. Having these items can be good. So we'll do it like this. This is the wet wipe with 70% isopropyl alcohol. This is chloride of silver. 100 ppm chloride of silver. Okay, I'm surprised at that. Okay, it's like I bought it in 50 ppm before, so this time I bought 100 ppm. So to have less waste, I like to put in the cap and then use the cap here. See, so this is chloride of silver. And also the solution is causing a dripping sound, see? Okay, so that's it. So here's the point. Where a dark liquid is making a sound of like dripping from the finger. So here's the point. Here's the wide medical tape. Now since this is a little bit, I think this is like market as breathable, okay? So it's not gonna, your wipe is gonna be like super stinky because it's an anaerobic environment, I think it's called. It's like, there's gonna be some breathingness. It's gonna be some breathingness, okay? Quote unquote. It's gonna be some breathingness, okay? You might as well get used to it now, okay? Breathingness intensifying, okay? Further, okay? Intensifies more. So that's the point. But this is pretty simple stuff, okay? Okay? This is like MacGyver. It's like these constant problems and then fixing it in the same episode. It's like a problem, but there's a conflict resolution. There's a problem, there's a solution. Okay? He fixes it again. He improvises stuff. MacGyver's a good male role model. When I was a child, not only did I speak like a child and eat candy like a little child, okay? But I understood as a child, okay? Now, part of being a child is like looking up to other men and not being a man that you yourself, your own man or something like this. But it's like, I'm not a man. It's like part of becoming a man is looking at an actual man. Okay, so here's the point. Okay, it's like modeling. So that was a male role model. I was a huge MacGyver fan. Okay, as a kid, one of my favorite shows, and that's a healthy male role model. Where it's like he's a guy who's incompetent. See, who is not a pussy, who is being persecuted more or less, and ends up in sticky situation and improvise adaptation over concepts. Like he figures out, so it's not like he's a rich guy like Lex Luthor, who's like he's got everything at his disposal. Okay, he fixes problems. No, it's like he's got an army knife and bubble gum. Okay, and it's like he can stop World War III or something like this. Okay, so it's like he's being chased by a hind the like an attack helicopter. He's got like chewing gum and a flashlight. Okay, and he ends up like saving the day somehow. Okay, he makes like a jamming scene or something like this with the flashlight and the bubble gum. And okay, something like this. So here's the point. Yeah, that's a good male role model. He was able to improvise. Now, part of that is possibly why I'm the type of person I am. Part of many things that I end up in this person. I would look at the show, and part of growing up is the imagination. It's like you see MacGyver, you in the woods. It's like MacGyver. It's like, what can I do? It's like a little thing here. We can make some kind of low-scale invention from it. Okay. So this is a part of this is a good male role model. Now, the thing that didn't rub off me from MacGyver is the Hollywood shill thing that was worked into it. Where like now it's more like strong female superheroes things like this. Okay. Now it was like he was averse to gun. He was anti-gun. The liberal Hollywood agenda was like, I don't like guns. Kind of guns are bad. Is the sense. Okay. He didn't like guns, MacGyver, which is the liberal agenda that promote that guns are bad. Okay, be against guns. Now that didn't rub off for me. Okay, so the good stuff rubbed off for me is like being competent and being able to solve things, and improvising and being inventive, like resourceful, and but not the anti-gun agenda. Okay, so that's part of how a lot of people end up being conformed and being like cookie cutter, where it's like they forsake their authentic self. So I've been into guns and knives and martial arts since I was a kid, okay? And there's been times that people is kind of weird. I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna people please. People think it's weird. I'm into knives. I'm gonna stop being into knives and stuff like this. That just makes me be into it even more. Understand? I'll be okay. The new does like teddy bears. I love them. Understand? Oh, we don't like cute teddy bears. Makes me love them even more. Understand? Teddy bears. Okay. So at first, whatever. They wanted to baby. So here's the thing. The point is this. Okay. So here's the thing. Oh, that's a fixer. So yeah, what's it getting at here? That's also one of the events. I think that happened before I met Wee, possibly. Okay. And that's one of these, if I remember right, I think that's before I started actively pursuing a romantic relationship, finding a wife. At a party, so, it happened once. I had a slip and fall in my home years back, and I hit my head on the floor. What if I would have gotten knocked out? Okay. And I said, well, yeah, now I stepped on a piece of glass. I was able to stop the bleeding. What if I hadn't been able to stop the bleeding? It'd be bleeding out unconscious on the floor. So it's like, woe to him that is alone when he falleth. Okay, if two lie together, they have heat. And if two work, they have good reward for labor. And but woe to him that is alone. If the two, so yeah, if you have a wife at home, there's a lot of guys that have survived because they had a heart attack, and the wife can call an ambulance or this, or do CPR or something like that. Or a guy who's at home choking on a chicken that gets choked on something, gets chewing gun stuck in his airways, and his wife can does the Heimlich on him. Okay, hit him with the Heimlich on the side. Okay, the Heimlich, hit him with the Heimlich. Okay, put him with the camps. Where's the point? Okay, so here's the thing. It's like whatever. This is what the freedom is made of, understand? This is the real freedom, understand? This is not the fake freedom. This is the real freedom, understand? Freedom ain't free. Never has been, never will be. Freedom ain't free, okay? Freedom ain't free. Freedom ain't free. Never let them tell you freedom is free. Freedom isn't free, understand? So, the early and the latter rain, here's the point. Colloidal silver, 100 ppm, Cadisol wipes or wet wipes in general, doesn't matter what the brand is, can be used for minor wounds and all kinds of stuff. Knife fighting, martial arts, I'm into it, okay? I'm into it. Okay, so a knife fighting martial arts one is like universal things, where it's like it's hard to say that it's like completely useless. Knife fighting martial arts applies to fighting with other impact weapons like karate, batons, or something like this. Holding a fork or at a restaurant, like even like a steak knife. It's like they understand. Like it can be many things where it's like something you hold in your hand. Even glass bottle fighting, understand? Fighting with a glass bottle. Improvised weapons. If you have something where you have muscle memory for attacking with stabs like this and like this, that can apply to glass bottle fighting. So for example, for street fighting, a glass bottle here, for example, slash stab, see, okay? So breaking the bottle against the cranium with a 12 to 6 attack or a whatever one. Okay, see here, slides down, cuts, ends up here. Stab is the second attack. 1, 2. See, is okay, breaks it, slide off, stab. See, it's the same general thing. It's like see, it's like return. So for example, break the bottle to the cranium here, slide off, return with a stab to the neck, or with the inverse grip, see here, and then a stab. See, that applies to that. Meaning that it translates, it transfers to that. Flashlight fighting too, fighting with a flashlight. Have a flashlight, same there. Hammer fist attacks. Okay. Now obviously you can strike normally with your knuckles, but the hammer fists are once again more viable as an attack method. If you're holding something that protrudes out of your grip, that's hard, okay? And you can impact with it. So the same like guard stances, attacking and impacting with something with the bottom of your hand like this or like this can apply to fight with glass bottles, sticks, and all kinds of stuff. And I haven't been really expecting to get into knife fights. Ultimately, I trust God, understand? The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory is of the Lord, stuff like that. So I don't have to think like I'm like be motivated by fear or something. I'm gonna get into knife fight, I need to get better. It's like it's a passion I'm into it. And okay, as an art form, it's something that meaning people that train kendo, for example, in Japan, and it's like how to block, and it's like in a sword fight, it's like someone comes at it like this, you can block like this, move like this. They're not really necessarily thinking they're gonna end up being a sword fight or something like this, but it can be more like an afterthought if they have like a sword at home. It's like, yeah, if some guy breaks, I have a sword, I think I can be better at it, the martial art I'm training. So once again, the best knife is the one that you have only when you need it, okay? Not the one that's not only when you need it, okay? So a machete under the bed is not as good as a carpenter knife in your pocket. Okay. So like a machete, a katana on the wall in your bedroom is not as good as a folding knife in your pocket. Okay. Okay. Obviously. Unless it's in the fight happens there. So, a good home defense weapon. For people in Sweden especially. Is a spear. Okay. A good home defense weapon is a spear. So, first of all, at home EDC, I have at least one knife on me, okay? A lot of time, two, okay? I say most of the time, okay? So, I have a knife on me at all times, which means if I need a knife right now, I have a knife, okay? And it's not like a spear in the bedroom or something like this, okay? Now, a home, so basically, if I'm right now cooking, somebody comes to the door, I have a knife here ready to come it, okay? Now, in another scenario, a spear is one of the best home defense melee weapons you can have. Mainly due to the range advantage, okay? Primarily due to range advantage. So, I saw a video, and I've referenced this before, teaching him home defense, since it is. So, here's a spear. It used to be longer, okay? I chopped it off to make nunchucks, training nunchucks with it. So, here's the point, okay? So, it's a little bit shorter now, okay? And there was a video I saw on a YouTube from and it's like a Swedish couple, and it's like they're on the balcony filming, and there's some guy who's like pacing around there, but they're on second or third floor on the back, like when I'm sitting on my back sometimes. And it's like some guy is pacing downstairs. It's like, I'm coming up there. They're like, no, you're not coming up here. Oh, it's like, I'm coming up, okay. And it's, I guess you can guess it's like a Jet X or something like this. And they're standing there like talking to him, filming. He's like, they're not coming up here. He goes, gets a ladder, pushes against the wall, okay? And they're still like using verbal judo. So a real man like me would be prepared for a scenario like this, see? And not caught unprepared, especially if there's a woman in the house, okay? So, anyway, that's a point. And it's like continuous, he starts climbing up. And the guy is like, you're not coming up here, climb up the ladder, until he's like next to the back of the railing or top of the ladder. And the guy is standing like they're filming like about this close. And then suddenly the guy stabs him in the shoulder, okay? So he had a knife somewhere, okay? So up until this point, it's not like, okay, this is all kinds of wrong, okay? What was wrong, okay? So he's like just standing there, you're not coming up here, the guy's pacing around. And it's not like at this point, go arm yourself, okay, and be ready to, if it's like makes good sense, he's coming up, okay, go get a weapon. Now, me, it'd be like, if I'm on the back of film, so guys, I have a weapon on me already, see? It's not I have to go get it. Like, if I'm like still doing that, I'm just standing here filming, I just start getting up here, okay? It's like at the latest, when he stabs me in the shoulder, I have a knife on my person, see? Okay? So that's part of, say it's like there's like things like this happen to people that are not prepared, trained, and on, and like thinking about things like this. It does come naturally to be like I'm into being able to defend myself, think about scenarios and what's a good weapon training or something like this. So anyway, that's the point. He climbs up, he gets stabbed in the shoulder. Like, God damn it, you stabbed me, something like this. They shot by that, and it's like it was kind of like it hit him quickly. He let him get close, but that's the point. Now he kind of retreats shocked to the back of the door, closes the back of the door, it's like a glass, okay? And now he's like in, the girlfriend locks herself in the bathroom, and he's like retreating in, still filming. Now the guy, you see him, he's on the back of this, he's jumped over the railing. This guy's been stabbed in the shoulder.
And he's still like his strategy is like filming and like verbal judo stuff like this, like documenting. Okay, and he's outside now, and he's got a knife. Okay, he has a knife, and he's on the balcony, and he's looking for something to break the window with. But I guess a knife would do. But he gets something that's like an ashtray or a flower pot or something, breaks the window, and now the guy's like repeat further in, and then it ends up the guy who possibly is the ex is like banging on the door of the bathroom that the girlfriend's hiding in, and the guy is like standing within 12 feet filming him from the side. Okay, see. So first of all, if he was like me, at the latest, when the guy is up there and he's been stabbed, he has a knife on his person. Notice how it's good to be a person that always has a knife on a person. If I'm out the back and smoking, a knife on. If I'm in my kitchen cooking, if I'm sitting and shitting with my pants pulled down, there's still a knife hanging from my pants down. So even if I'm caught pants down, not really, okay, for you. So okay, so no matter what, if there's a sudden scenario where it's like I need to fight somebody, it's like I have a weapon on me all the time. See, so notice how that is good to be like that. Okay, because if you was like me, like when I got stabbed, it's like he's got a knife. At least he can defend himself. Now at the latest, once he closes, if he had a home defense spear, see, now even if he goes gets a knife, the guy had a pretty big knife. Now he can defend this entryway and this weapon. So if I'm outside on the back and outside this glass with this knife here, I break it, and it's like I'm coming through. Okay, start climbing through here. Now, if somebody is here with a spear, before they can touch me with the knife, I can touch them with my spear. See, so that's already proven that it's a good home defense weapon. Because in an actual scenario like that, somebody's over here. If I have a knife here, okay, I'm close enough to touch them with my knife, they're close enough to touch me with the knife. Now with a spear, I can defend this entryway here, where if they had, like he had a knife, I can stab him with my spear before he can stab me with his knife. So it's like, this is good to be. I have a knife at all times, a better weapon for certain things, like defending a doorway, or a balcony door or window, something like this. And the main advantage of the spear, notice how it's a knife, so it's the same danger pretty much as this, only at a distance, see? And you have more penetration parts into this. And with a light one-handed nimble spear, you can use this with one hand or two hands, which means you can dual wield it. So here, for example, if I have this one-handed and fighting somebody coming out with a machete, I stab them. And I stab and push forward and here. I'm ready to counter with this secondary weapon. Okay. If somebody's coming at me, I launch it, they sweep it out of the way, I lose the weapon. It's not like dive for it and I get stabbed in the side or something like this. It's like I lose the weapon, you get swept, I'm ready to counter with the left one. So dual wielding a light spear, and a light nimble spear is good because it's easy to wield it one-handed. It's light and nimble. You can, for more power, use both hands, but you can have two weapons at the same time. You can have a tomahawk in one hand, the spear in the other one. You can have a machete in one hand, or a knife, pepper spray, whatever you have. So a spear is a good home defense weapon. Here's another thing, once again, it's like a lot of times you figure out what works, it's going to be repeating. Defending the entryway, like the kill zone. Once again, as I talked on a recent stream, Finland beat Russia because part of why they won and got the Russians is like a bottleneck. So it's like a small stretch of land which is optimal for defenders. It's like a narrow, you need to pass through these two mountains, is narrow. So if you are numerically inferior, less units, it's easy to defend something. So for a defender, it's like a bottleneck is good. Not getting in the middle of your living room so they can surround and stuff like this. But there's a place
where even if there's a 3-1 or 6-1, you can't have 6 men walking sideways at you. There has to be 1 or 2 at a time. See, so it's a bottleneck. So it's like you're not facing 10 men side to side at the same time. Okay, you're facing 1 man at a time. See, so that's an advantage. So here, for example, this is quality cover, which means it's a concrete wall. Okay, so this can stop the 9mm 45 HP 38. Things like a 3-7 Magnum. Then it depends like how deep behind cover you are. Okay, so like here you can go through, but basically it's quality cover. It's a concrete wall. So from behind here, if somebody okay, if there's somebody outside the door shooting a gun through the door, I'm behind a concrete wall, okay, and I can be waiting here for them to breach the door, okay, and only expose myself out of cover to attack, okay. So notice once again the advantage of a spear, where even against somebody with a ranged weapon, they're gonna have to be here to get at me, understand? So from here, bullets can't hit me through the door, okay? And I can do no look attacks here, where I'm only exposing this for a brief moment. It's a small object moving fast, okay? So what is the advantage? Well, once again, with a knife, somebody who just have broken the door, I have to expose myself, get out of cover to get close enough to attack over this, okay? Without breaking cover, really, I can stay behind, keep my vitals behind cover, and attack the kill zone like the doorway. When this was longer, it would be easier for me. I could touch the door, okay, from further away. Now I have longer sticks, okay. Now here's the okay. Here's the point, okay. So I get a bigger stick if I need to. So here's the point, okay. A spear can be good for home defense, okay, mainly due to the range advantage. So somebody comes through your door, they have a melee weapon, a crowbar, machete or something. With the spear, you can touch them before they can touch you, okay? Which means you can deliver a wound to them before they're close enough to the wound to you. So that's an advantage. The main advantage of the spear is the range. And then a secondary advantage is penetrate, like power of attack, where it's like you can penetrate better. This blade on a stick, you can deliver more like thrusting power, more penetration, piercing. Like if you want to stab through a cuirass or something like this, it's easier to do with a knife blade attached to a long stick than holding the knife blade, okay? It's like leverage and this. So a spear is a good home defense weapon. And this is a do-it-yourself spear. Made from a carpenter knife. Some duct tape and hot glue, and I think it might be some steel wire parts in there, paracord or something, some kind of screen in there. So it's a strong construction. I tested it. I've been stabbing things. Okay, so here, this is a good weapon. This type of stuff. Okay, this is the type of stuff. Okay, the actual. This is a good weapon. A lot of times the right thing to do is not to throw it. Okay. Now from here, I'm ready to throw it. Okay, and I have this if I need it. So you can't throw this. Okay. Now if you miss and hit the wall behind the enemy, you just arm them with a spear potentially. If it's at a range, okay. Okay. See? Oh, somewhere at the back. Throw it. Miss. It hits the ground. They can get it. Now they have a spear. Now they have the range advantage, okay? And they can throw it at me, see? So a lot of time it's bad strategy to throw the spear, okay? Now, part of how I might use the spear in a throwing way is to throw it and then sprint right after, like throw it and charge them right after. Okay, so one of the things you can do, if you throw it at them and your aim is good, like you're forcing them to react to it if or get hit, understand? Like jump out of way, something like this, which is buying you some time where they end up out of position. And it's like if they move towards you, throw something at them, they're gonna be hit. Okay, like go to the side of it. So basically, kind of as a diversion or distraction, throwing it at them and then charging them. Okay, intended to engage them in melee at close range with this weapon. So a lot of times it's bad strategy to like throw the spear as soon as you have opportunity to, because once if you hit you on them with a spear and you don't have the spear anymore because you threw it. Okay, obviously. So you lose the spear, the advantage that it gives you, provides you, which is mainly the range. Okay, advantage, and possibly you're arming them, giving them a spear. So a lot of times it's not the best thing to do to throw it. Okay. So a spear is good, and you can use it all kinds of ways. You can have it like this, and I'm ready to stab you here, and I can also throw it, and I can also fake throw it. But like this could be stabbing, or it can be beginning to throw it. Okay. So you can do all kinds of stuff. You can also have it here, and then like here, stab with it. And you can throw it from the same position, like throw it. So with spears, especially improvised ones, they're not as strong as like the sand spears. Slashing attacks are not really the main thing. It's thrust, okay, and not trying to like get the blade on right to slash with it. It's something you can do, but a lot of times it's better to go for stabs, okay, thrusts with it. I made these myself. These little teeth back here, and it helps to attract some spirits to put some extra badness into the attack. Understand? Is that the bad mojo gets attached to these little grooves here, and it delivers more like a bad energy into the body as you stab them. Nice that part of it. So yeah. Okay. You can do superhero. Now this is like the superhero martial arts techniques is more for people with a superhero's body or something like athletic ability. Like launch yourself through the air, flying, and then impact like this. And these are some things that it's like this type of more okay. It's like aesthetically pleasing and more like movie ways of attacking. It's like you have to have the athleticism for it. So it's like the simple attacks are good enough. Sometimes just like move it straight back and forth. But there's some things you can do where it's like you're running, you're jumping through the air, all of a sudden you fly through it, and you crash down with a really powerful stab and things like this. Here's another thing you can do. Here, okay, and this can be ready to sweep things coming in, and then it can also help you to be like here, 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 see here. And really with this you don't need the extra power, but there's angles you can create, okay, attack at certain angles and being unexpected things like this. So with spear fighting, guards once again the stances. This is a guard stance, okay. This two here, okay. In the old times, a spear would be used to break cavalry charges defensively, and you could have them like this and like brace for impact against cavalry charges, and they'd be impaled on the sticks, and it'd be long sticks. Okay, so now with this,
This is a stance you can use here. You can have it at the ground, which kind of looks like it's not as ready to attack as here, but it's like it depends on how fast you are too. So from here, you can go here. You can go an upward angle. You can go here, here. Okay, move in out. Find a passion line. You can go to the right, attack here. It's harder to attack from here. Okay, maintain the same grip. So you can change the grip to okay. So yeah, okay. So okay, here's the thing. Here you can have like this. Here, here, and you can move inward like this, and you can use your whole body to attack. Like for example here, I can be stabbed you like this, and it's mostly arm punching. It's mostly using the arm, okay? And this is enough to like hurt you. Now I can also have it like this, and mostly I'm moving my body while holding the spear, and then you combine both. At the same time, it becomes a real powerful attack. So this can penetrate and hurt you. This moving into your body, it can slide into your body. Now if you do both at the same time, you create a lot of power with your attack. This is another guard you can use, and it's like the kind of knife where I had a thumb at the end of it. Okay, so here. See here, from the same guard you can attack high or low. Here, see here, from the same guard here, here, see, here, okay, here. This is more like, this is other stuff, here. You have the blade line, right? If you want to cover it, okay? So, cut it with this. Obviously, you can do it if you get the blade line right. Here, but mostly it's stabs, okay? You can block with it too, depending on what it is, okay? Meaning, if you find someone with a machete, they do it 12 to 6. You can block something with this. And then attack. So yeah, you obviously can block with it like this. There's something coming at you here, so you can block. So you can block in all kinds of ways. So especially if you would have like metal, like a metal things going on. Here's another board. We could, a lot of times, more skilled use with a weapon, more effective ways, is not remaining static while attacking, but doing level changes, moving in, out, see. It's like the basic is like static and delivering attacks. A lot of times the higher level, more effective way is to simultaneously attack while doing a level change, okay, or moving, okay, or moving forward, moving back, or even more advanced, moving back and down while attacking, for example. That you can throw it to pretty far. Okay. Okay, yeah. Here's another thing. Especially if used in conjunction with a shield, a spear can be really good. If this would be a shield, for example. Now this is not how bow should be like this, okay? But this is Dagger for that. Where I can hide behind it, I can attack you without looking. I can look, okay? I can cover the left side, sword attack, for example, here, while seeing you, and then attack. You can move forward like this. You can attack over your shield to the side of the shield, and you can attack under your shield, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. It will whistle if you hear it while with the right speed. Okay. You can impact with this too. Okay, here. Where you can punch with it. Like here, for example. I can hit with it. Like here. Hit with both sides. So you can block something. Hit with the ends of the stick. And then obviously one end of the stick is more dangerous. Impact with it. Hit with this. Bang. Slash up. And then stab or something like this. So moving in and out is good. Can you? So yeah, a spear is a good home defense weapon. You can have variable length spears. Improvised. Another thing that I show people how to do shell spears. You can use certain types of like a broom handle. And here's another thing. In a defensive scenario, home defense, a lot of times it's good to have a pre-designated defensive place for this. Or basically, there's a place where you find a strong point and defend it, understand? I mean, it's like, and it depends. Like, if the breach happens at the balcony door, it's like the defensive point becomes here, okay? If it's the bathroom window, the defensive position might be behind the wall covering the bathroom door, okay? So it depends on where the attack is coming from, okay? But for example, it's bad to, it's like, leave your house, lock the door, and defend the outside of the door from the outside as people try, against people that try to get into your house, like generally. Okay. 11%. What time is it? It's 05:57. That's what time it is. It's a big part of my life since other people don't know what time it is. So, what else? Okay. What else are we getting into? We're gonna do some more stuff. Yeah, once again, it's like you don't have to be super trained to be dangerous with a stick with something sharp and pointed end of it. But this thing, so it's like, it's not, if you hear me talk, like, to be really effective at a spear, it's like, it's good you do training and things like this, and this is the best spear. But basically, if you have a stick with something sharp at the end of it, like, any person can be dangerous with it. And it becomes a matter of becoming more effective and more dangerous with training, okay? So if you have any weapon, if that's a knife
or a gun, in general, it's like the best. I just buy a gun, put it in your drawer, have it at home. Okay, so in case somebody breaks in, you can shoot it, and you expect okay. Then you could no. It's like or a knife. So you buy a knife, put it in your pocket. That's not the ultimate. I buy a gun, have it in a holster, start wearing it in case you need to use it. No, the best is you get a tool, you start training with it. Okay, and not just get the tool and expect to be able to effectively use it under stress the first time you need to be able to do it. Understand? It's like I have a knife, and I have a knife, so in case I need to defend my life against armed attack, it's like I have the knife, and it's like knife. I'm expecting to be effective at this first time using a knife. It shouldn't be like that. You buy a weapon, have it, okay. It's like ultimately you have a weapon, you train with it. Now better yet to train with a stand-in for the actual weapon. Okay. Um, like a training knife. And I mean that. We don't use like actual knives. Okay. Use training knives because you can get don't do like video what I mean. Don't use a knife and you move it around because you can hurt yourself, okay. It's better use a training knife. So what's the point? So legal weapons for home defense in Sweden. You can't have a crossbow. You could have a bow. Okay, so you could have a ranged weapon, a compound bow, or a blowgun. Okay. Um, Now the blowgun relies on venom delivery to okay, not a minor like needle prick. Okay, so that's the point. Uh, you could have a bow. Now, one of the disadvantages to a bow is kind of like a single shot rifle, where it's like the rate of fire is the main disadvantage to it. We have like one shot. Okay, so if I have a bow and I'm in here and I'm waiting for somebody to appear from behind cover so I can shoot it up. Okay. And they appear behind cover, I let my arrow go. And it misses them. Okay. It flies next to the head. Okay. That before I can and I have like the thing on my back. Before I can get another one, they're already like at me stabbing me, understand? So the rate of fire is one of the disadvantages to a bow. Okay. It's like if you have a bow, you have it pulled here, you're waiting for somebody to break cover, you're being defensive. Somebody appears behind cover, you let your arrow go. If you miss, or if there's multiple people, before you get another arrow string and aimed and ready to shoot, it's like most likely if they're like intended coming at you, at best you can send off one arrow in like home defense ranges, okay, unless you live in like a mansion or something like this. But okay, like Scarface on top of the stairs, like 30 yards to the guy furthest away from you, something like this. You might be able to get off a few, but with a bow, you can kind of getting like one shot off before. Like if somebody breaks into your house to get you, and you have a bow and you're waiting for them to, okay, break cover so you can shoot them. Okay, if you can get off one, and basically a lot of times it's realistic if you can get off even one arrow, okay? Because once you know somebody's breaking into your house, it might be within a minute inside your house, depending on how they're breaking into your house. That's things like this. So it's like if you once again, the bow is typically not carrying on you, like Legolas in Lord of the Rings or all the time or something like this. So it's like it's gonna be somewhere. You have to get it, knock like to get it on a string, pull it, okay. And if you're lucky enough to it took you long enough time for them to get into your house to get your bow and like pull it and have it ready. Now, first of all, there's a limit to how long you can like hold it. It depends what bow it is. If it's a compound bow, once you have it fully pulled, it's not that hard to keep it pulled. Okay. Now with a compound bow, there's more it's harder to keep it pulled. Okay, so mostly it's like when you're pulling it, it's like incremental. It's like state. It's like really hard, less hard. So once it's out here, it's not that hard. A compound bow that has the gears. So a bow can be used, okay, for home defense. But once again, don't expect to be like in a movie where it's like like this, okay, okay. And once again, it becomes training. Where it's like if you had the bow ready and like pre-stringed and a pre-stringed arrow somewhere, it's like pull it, okay. Now the rate of fire is like with a musket. With training, you can get off 3 shots per minute, accurate aimed shots per minute. Okay, around the same rate of fire, but actually high rate of fire with a bow. But with a musket, a trained person that has trained reloading and aiming and everything can get off around 3 shots per minute. Okay, with a musket, a muzzle loading musket. Okay, not just an average guy like a boy who throw this musket. It's loaded, shoot, bang, and it's like, no, I need to for the first time load a musket under stress. And okay, so yeah, with a bow, the rate of fire is one of the disadvantages to a firearm. Also, the athleticism involved, where it doesn't take that much strength to do this. Understand? Your grandma can do this with a 38 revolver. Okay, okay. So this like the athleticism, it doesn't take that much strength to do this with your finger. Okay, this is not like you have to be really strong and fit and something to be able to do this. And this is lethal. What's happening when you do this holding a gun is very dangerous. Okay. Now this is some trigger mechanisms like with a bow you can have to, but it takes more like strength and athleticism to be effective with a bow, and also training some of the muscle memory, being precise, like knocking the arrow and things like this, and then pulling it and like aiming and things like this. So to be to have it be more like you can be effective at defending home with a bow as a ranged weapon. It's more skill dependent, understand? It's something that's like it takes more skill to be effective at it. Now, you could also end up being effective with it just the first time you do it. Okay, so the main thing is also accuracy. It's like if you missed it, so rate of fire is a weakness of the bow, and it takes skill a lot of times for people to be able to be accurate with it. Okay, hit moving targets and hit things. Moving targets with a bow is kind of hard to do. So the rate of fire and which you need to train to counter that being pretty accurate with it. And if you're not accurate with it, you miss a shot. It takes some time to get off another one. So one of the disadvantages of a bow is the low rate of fire. Okay, that's a disadvantage of the bow, the low rate of fire. Now what's some strengths of the bow? It's quiet, okay. So that if that's something that for some reason you want to be quiet, okay, that can be good. Secondly, it's about as dangerous, if not more dangerous, to be shot center mass with a hunting tip arrow than a 9mm. Meaning being hit with a broadhead, like a hunting tip arrow, to your like center mass, like somewhere here, it causes as much, if not more, damage as a 9mm bullet. Okay, like a big wound channel penetrates well deep into the body and creates a massive wound. So, also with a bow, if it doesn't fly straight through, okay, now you have like if you have like a razor, like a broadhead, and it gets stuck in the body. If I'm moving around, I'm exasperating the wound, understand? It's like if you're moving around, it keeps moving around, they're cutting inside the body. Whereas the bullet, once it's like stopped in the body, it's not really causing that much damage. Also, if you have like an arrow in the limb or something like this, it really creates like mechanical damage and interferes with moving around and things like this. So here's the point. Also, something you can do to if you have a gun,
which I would recommend. Same thing is like training knife that's as close to real knife as possible. You could get an airsoft gun. So if you got a Glock 17 for home defense, and you get a Glock 17 airsoft gun, you can put up like targets around your house and move around and do like clearing your own house with the airsoft Glock. Okay, they might have to cover the windows and things like this and do it safely. No other people in the home, but you can with the same sight, same dimensions, same button to do reloads and things like this. It's like move around like a peek the window. It's like okay, there's a bag of boom, shoot it. So maneuvering around with the weapon is close. So you can dry fire with a normal gun, but the actual thing, but it can't actually be like intending to hit that thing and actually hit it over there from these positions. So you can actually get like a airsoft gun. If you have a 1911, you can get a 1911 Springer and move around with it and like shoot cans that they put around the house. Okay. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you could, which means it's the same thing as saying it's not impossible to be able to do that. Okay, so okay, so here's the point. Now, with a bow, defending the balcony against like a horde of zombies, that might be another advantage of the bow. There's cover and concealment. So this corrugated metal balcony is cover, okay, more than concealment, which means it's harder to hit something you can't see. So if this was the Ukraine and like the Russians are in the area and it's like look for something to shoot, and I'm waiting here with some gun to pop out and shoot at them, okay. Since I'm behind something that obscures me from the that they can't see me, it's harder to like you can avoid detection. If people can't see, they might not know you're there. Also, if they know that you're in a certain place but they can't see exactly where, you could have moved since they last saw you. If I go up here and then down, I might be moving, so I'm in a different place without them knowing it. So discover and concealment. And concealment means you're behind something that makes people unable to see you. Like a bush, okay, which is not really good at stopping bullets. So cover is something that does both a lot of time. Cover is something that stops the bullet from hitting you when you're behind it. Okay, that's called a cover. Now you don't have to have something completely stop a bullet from passing through to make a big difference. So for example, if you have a level 3 body armor vest and somebody's shooting at you with an AK-47 and you take cover behind a car, the vest in and of itself can stop an AK-47 round. But if it passes through 2 car doors and then hits your body armor, possibly the combined armor effect of the 2 car doors and then hitting your level NRJ3A body armor, now it can stop an AK, see? So, like the combined armor effect. I can hear somebody walk. I don't know if that's a mailman. Well, it might be somebody leave for work. Be cautious for nothing, but by all things, repairs applications make requests known on the ground. The Bible. Now, I have enough Bible verses in my brain where I'm not biblically weak and ignorant like the average Christian. I know the Bible better than Raphael Garner, who's a pastor in Blackmont Kingdom's Bible. One advantage of that is, if you know the Bible,
walk around, it's like you have Bible verse start playing in your mind. It's like things that you see, like a bird will creak, a Bible verse, about birds. Okay. So if you learn the scriptures, the word of God will be more part of your life. And it's not just when you choose to sit down, open up a Bible, you have the Bible verses in your consciousness. But if with studying to show yourself approved unto God, you learn more scriptures, you'll be able to be like me. We walk around and you see things that trigger Bible verse, the remembrance of the word. So this is an advantage. It's better to know the Bible and seeing things. It's like your mind so you can constantly have the word of God come to your awareness rather than like God is not in all your thoughts. So in daily life, like your art movies, like you constantly remind of the word of God by things you're seeing. So the average Christian is weak, biblically ignorant, and weak mentally, physically, psychologically. And the average man is like a boy mentally compared to me. This really burned up my head. Some people are like tortured by this, the truth that's spoken. So the average man now is like a little boy, okay? It's like a boy's testosterone, a boy IQ, close to that level. Like me when I was a boy, IQ testosterone. The difference between me and an average man today, in terms of IQ testosterone, is pretty much like a adult man and a 12-year-old boy, so for this a 4-year-old. In terms of the difference in IQ and testosterone levels. So the average person is like a child in a lot of ways, you're a teenager. And the average American Christian is like a teenager mentally, and in terms of maturity level and knowledge and things like this. Okay. It's like the contrast. Okay. So I'm gonna mix up some vitamin C water, which is another thing that the average Christian adult has made it like 30 plus and haven't learned yet that they need to get 3+ grams of vitamin C a day or they're not gonna be healthy. Okay. Unhealthy, they think they're healthy. Okay, that's also cool. This is vitamin C powder. Now it's clear that I'm here for real reason. Because he got hit like I got hit by him fucking breathing, okay? Bought a pound of blow and bounce back, matching grills, houses on the hills, okay? On Thunder Island, okay? Hour after hour. Got the money and the power. Bar stunning, uptown Hummer. Been about money, okay? Croned on the 1100s. You know, we grind every summer, shine every summer. This is how we spend money, okay? What do you see? And that's sort of my income goes to supplements, okay? I used to snort vitamin C powder. Used to. I did it a few times, okay? So it's like, a lot of you guys are into the wrong type of crystal powder. You want to be energized and strong and be more confident based off of increase your mental competence and things like this. It's like you should invest in vitamin C powder, ascorbic acid. So it's like a joke there for some gangster rap lyrics about cocaine. It's like this is like this is basically this is the vitamin C powder. So but it's like I bought a pound of blow, I got shot with the dark I bought a pound of blow and bounced back, okay. Matching wheels. And that's part of what helped me bounce back that I have been buying a lot of crystal powder and stuff. Okay, I got keys coming in from overseas. Okay, I bought. Okay, I bought. I used to order vitamin C from bulk powders, which is either shipped from Britain or Germany or something like this. Until the government intercepted the package and poked a hole in it, and it arrived with vitamin C powder. They spilled in the box. Now I sourced it closer. Okay. Once I got into business with Jeff Bezos, since I've been looking up, understand. I'm in business with Jeff Bezos now. I send him money, he sends me product, vitamin C, all kinds of stuff, okay? So since I got into business with Jeff Bezos, since I've been looking up, okay? That sounds like you're like a partner or something. He's got a company, Amazon, I order, so we're in business, understand. So I send him money, he sends me crystal powders in the mail, okay? So Also, I've been paying YouTube protection money for many years, 99 crowns per month, and they still record my videos. So if somebody tells us like, just this, you pay them the protection money, it's like you buy Google Plus and stuff like this, and you become a premium member. Don't count on it. Like they're gonna go easier on you and not like pull your videos based off of a whim or this like a transvestite working the night shift on YouTube, okay, and you're a Christian or something like that. Now I just like I wanted to know this, the YouTube uh, night shift workers, to the admin staff, whoever is in there. I have like a bundle of dynamite in the server room, understand? They're connected to like the cartoon plunger, understand, I have here. So in case mutants or destruction, they have that where it's like they have somebody who's got a shift on YouTube. There's like a button to turn off my YouTube channel, and they have like shifts where somebody's in there waiting. If the light goes on, they push it. Like, this channel's been terminated by YouTube for violating the terms of service, quote unquote. Okay. It's like I have this thing like the plunger where I have like a Trojan horse bundle of the proverbial dynamite in the server room connected to a plunger, understand? There's like that pull it out, it's like, okay. It's not an actual explosive, but it's some kind of a scary thing, okay? It's like will cause some kind of damage, okay? Metaphorically at the very least. See, notice that I was not actually doing it, okay? Maybe next time it will be, understand? See, okay. See, it's like I'm not having the head next to the plunger handle. Next time it could be actually gripping it. See, so I said, don't sleep on it, understand? So it's like, I'm just you need to learn more. Okay. Oh, you think you have me at gunpoint? I got you at gunpoint, understand? I got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This don't sleep on it. This has a long time to the headquarters. That once the electrical spark starts moving through the wire, it can take up to 6 minutes until it makes the YouTube headquarters. Now here's another thing. I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. It's like he's a guy who wants your personal data one hack away, okay? That doesn't exactly inspire trust. Okay? See? It's like, oh, here's my personal conversations and things like this. Where's the headquarters of this company where it's like I'm making a profile and pretty much like one hack away. There's some kind of hidden plan here. Possibly he's a reptilian. Okay? okay. It's like possibly he is an actual, like a literal full-fledged reptilian. But they finally did it. They got like a Komodo dragon and put like a skin suit on it, like a human skin suit, and it's moving around in there. Okay. So it's like he made a video like a character. It's like, I'm not a lizard. I have human feelings. Okay. Or something like this. I'm totally a human, honestly. Okay. I like music and eating food, as he said is. Okay. So I'm totally a human being with not cold blood. Okay. I have feelings. Okay. And I do things like normal people. I eat food and listen to music, as he said is. Hug people. Okay. Okay. There's like something's not right. Well. Yeah. So if Joe Rogan wasn't too much of a pussy coward, he would have invited me over to his podcast long ago. Understand? It's like everybody knows. It's like the only reason. That's the only reason that he hasn't invited me to his podcast. Is he's too scared. Understand? He knows where his bread is buttered. Understand? Okay. He knows where his bread is buttered. Okay, and it's buttered far from from me. Understand? It's far. His bread is buttered by not having me on this podcast, basically. So yeah, he had Bert Kreischer on his podcast. Okay. So that says it all right now. Bert Kreischer. There's people who two types of people. People who are fat and people who make jokes. Okay. And he picked the first. Okay. There's two type of people are comedians. There's fat alcoholic ones, and then there's people who make jokes. Okay. Okay. And so basically, what the Bert Kreischer's comedy, it's like, I'm fat. Look at my fat stomach. Okay. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, oh, look, I got a butt crack. I'm fat. Okay. Look at my fat ass. It's got a crack on it. Oh, okay. And it's like, I'm drunk. Okay. One time I got so drunk, people gave me a nickname or something like this. It's like, oh, I'm on stage being fat. Oh, look, I'm fat. Okay. While being drunk. Pretty much it's kind of oversimplifying what he's doing. Okay. He's like, oh, look, I'm a fat guy with my shirt off on stage. Okay, I'm drunk. Okay, I love drinking. Oh, okay, I'm looking I'm fat. Okay, you know, that's oversimplifying this comedy. Where it's like that type of stuff that generally okay, it's like a guy that maybe like a frat or something like this. This guy is like fat. It's okay. And drugs like, okay. It's like well, it gets laughs on the set. So it's like, oh, look at my butt crack. Something like this. It becomes funny. Or it's like rips a fall or something like this. But it's like he's been able to take that to selling tickets. Okay, which is I don't know how that works, but Bert, I feel bad for him. Joey Diaz did a collab with him. I don't know who Joey Diaz killed, and he needed to do this to get out of trouble or something like this. But it's okay. It's like I felt like they had him in gunpoint or something like this when he did a collab with Bert Kreischer. Possibly professional courtesy is like from one fat guy to another. But here's the point. Joey Diaz has charisma, okay, and can be entertaining just listening to him talk, even without making jokes on. Okay, now Bert Kreischer really not. Okay, so whatever. I don't know. I thought Joel Romero was on Rogan's podcast, and they had Joey Diaz there as a translator. So he's actually like a Cuban. He's not like a kind of like Andrew Dice Clay was like, okay. Now he's like actually Cuban, okay, and speaks the language. Um, so yeah, that was an interesting podcast. Joe Romero is totally natural too, by the way. That's confirmed by that podcast. Definitely natural. Okay, he's never had testosterone entering his body from the outside. Okay, in any way. Okay, he definitely has the look of a natural. Okay, now here's the point. What else? I believe that I could submit Chelson in the wrestling match like right now. Understand? I don't care. You're big and heavy to me. Understand? It's like I feel it right now. I can sound. I feel I can submit Chelson. Understand? I can feel it. Okay. It's like okay. It's like okay. So it's like my fighting ability will go up and down based off of like my testosterone levels and like how confident I feel at the moment. But basically, like right now, I feel like I definitely like I feel I could shock him out. Understand? Like Chael Sonnen, he comes out of retirement, he gets on a mat with me. Is that okay? I believe I could submit him. I figure out techniques he never even heard of before, like on the go, on the fly. Also, I don't believe in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so you just stand up. I heard somebody, I believe in honestly. It's like, just stand up honestly. It's like, it start dragging on to just, okay, just stand up. Here's another thing, talk about MMA. Nick Diaz looked like he was. I was take a look at his Instagram now and then, and for a while he was looking fresh and like back in the game again. Like surprising was like, wow, he's back. Okay, he looks fast and energetic and like sharp. Okay, and then like after a while, it's like I see that he's looking horrible in videos, and like he's came down with something. So yeah, I hope he's doing okay. He really needs my counseling. I understand. He needs a higher power too. Whatever. Here's the point. Which pretty much is saying the same thing. So I got the power. He gets me high. He got a higher power. So here's the point. Now he needs the higher power. I feel like yeah. Okay. Chael Sonnen. I think I could submit him in a wrestling match. I think I could. Even with the size disparagement, like the difference. And he's on the same type of stuff I've never been on, understand? So it's like even with that, like he's on the Ivan Drago exercise regime with all the Soviet supplements since it is. I think I could submit him. If I needed to, I don't think it'd be impossible. Now I would like basically more likely if I needed to fight Chael Sonnen, it might be better to try and knock him out, understand? That play to my strengths. That might be a better strategy, understand? Whereas I catch him coming in and hit him in the jaw with my punches, understand? Rather than try to get my limbs around his limbs. So I basically I think it might be a better strategy if I had to fight Chael Sonnen. That I use striking techniques like elbow strikes and punches and so this. And not get into long drawn out match that would can end up on the ground the longer it happens. So basically as he's coming in, try to clip him with something. Be elusive, move away, I'm faster, stay on the outside, stay away, move, circle, back. He moves in, he wants to come in and hump my legs, I can't catch him with a knee possibly. He shoots on me, I catch him with a knee, come in. Or kick him. Like an oblique kick to the head. John Jones, let's talk about him fighting again. And Chael Sonnen speculates it might be his last fight, or was it Conor McGregor? But John Jones is a good fighter. I saw a clip the other day where they were making fun of him sucking at basketball. But he said that like he doesn't have punching power. And like, look, he can't jump. Okay. And that's why he doesn't have punching power, something like this. So, well, he's got more punching power than other guys of the same height and length for sure. So here's the point. I'm ready to fight him too if I need to, okay? So now here's the point. He had a press conference where he was crediting Jesus or something, so that bought him like 6 months of not being trash talking on my YouTube channel. Quite possible. Unless I see something where he's been up to no good this whole video somewhere. So here's the point. Okay, I'm the sheriff for YouTube. Okay, like I'm here, like I'm letting you know, okay. I've been taking names, Chael Sonnen in trouble, understand? It's like it's like don't come out of retirement, understand? If he comes out of retirement, he wants to have a wrestling match. Even if I agree to a wrestling rule set match, they will be striking a ball like you can better believe it. Okay, it's like they will be striking. Okay, there will be elbow strikes from hell, understand, or to hell. There will be elbow strikes, there'll be uppercuts, there'll be all kinds of stuff. I hit you with the fade or heat-seeking missile attacks, understand. I hit you with the sideways uppercuts. Okay, I hit you with the heat-seeking missiles, Fedor. He fought Fedor, Chelsea. Okay. Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor allegedly parted ways with his brother. He's been getting into trouble, and he got the boys like his name.
Federer's brother fought Jeff Monson. I think it was. Was it Federer fought Jeff Monson? So yeah. Whatever, I'm joking. I'm not looking to fight English people. So here's the point. I don't like to get into sports fights. The way they look at fighting is trying to avoid as much as possible. And if there's some kind of fight, it will be in self-defense, okay? And not sport fighting. God gave me intelligence in the brain, so I don't think that it will be wise to like try to get into sport fighting. Whereas like start doing some sport that involves taking repeated impacts to the head. Okay, it's like one thing if you get attacked and get in street fight and it's like we're in a fight now. But it's like choosing to show up at the gym, do sparring, and choosing to go into a fight and be in there throwing punches into this. I don't think that's wise. I can change the world more with my brain than with my knuckles. There's more potential for that. So, if Mike Tyson is looking to buy some new birds, I have 2 cage fighting birds. For the right price, I might build the Port Westfield. And that price will be a really high number, honestly. You might have to fight Jake Paul again. Okay. There's 2 cage fighting birds. Budgies. It's like it's not the grandma's house birds, pet birds. These are budgies. These are wild budgies, cage fighting budgies. Okay, they got a good stock. They got a good pedigree, good stock. Understand? They're good. Okay, they're yellow, bright yellow, energetic, lively, athletic. They could be trained to fly. Understand? Really fast. Possibly for like a special price. Like my girlfriend, she does crochets and she sells it to her friends. Sometimes she gives them a discount. So possibly 1 bird for $17,500 from the money's okay. 2 birds for okay. 2 birds, 1 for $17,500. One of my birds, okay. So that's part of the price. It's my birds. 2 birds, $30,000 dollars. Cold hard cash. Okay. Okay. So to Mike Tyson, possibly $30,000. I might be willing to sell the 2 birds here. It says in the Bible 2 sparrows are sold for $40. Now these are not sparrows. These are buddies. See, they're cage fighting birds. They have a bell that ding ding ding. Okay. This other one, they in the corner. See, he's in that corner. He's in that corner. They got a bell now. They went to the corner, the respective corner. They went to the corner here. They have water. See, they have a chair there. As long as they meet in the middle here, they fight it out. Yeah, I can tell. With time, you learn to read the animals. I can tell they like to rest. For now, when I cover the cage. These guys are fed well. They have a good life. They get silver water. So water with a little silver in it. Water, silver, and carbons. And they eat mixed seed. Here. This is the buddies seed mix. Complementary food for bodies. Vitamins A, D3, and E. Okay. Here is the other one. Seed mix cake. That's more of an exercise for them because it has sunflower seeds in there. They have to break apart with the beak.
Didn't break my fashion. Some people still have the Christmas decorations up. They put up around Christmas. I guess that one and that one. They put up for Christmas. The Christmas season. Over there. That balcony they like to put up decorations. They used to have a Santa Claus there in the corner. There's a dog walking. It's a bus. One Corinthians 15:3-4, Romans 3:23-28. For I delivered unto you first of them which I also received, how that Christ died for sins according to the scriptures, and that he was buried, that he rose again the third day according to the scriptures. Or some other verses regarding salvation I know by heart. Ephesians 2:9. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift of God, not of works, that man should boast. Acts 16:30-31. And both mother said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? And they said, Believe on Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift, not of works. So man should boast. Now, I recently received an inter report that I have received a package. Okay, no, there was an old package that I have received a huge package. There was from early this morning. So yeah, I might get to start cooking my own first breaking impulsion. I eat only one time a day. What sets me apart from the average Christian, the average man, and the average Christian man, is that I'm disciplined, a Christian warrior. I'm strong. I'm disciplined. I don't watch porn. Okay, the average Christian man watches porn daily, masturbating to it, and eats a high sugar diet. Okay, 50 grams plus a day. is lacking knowledge, which is part of why they're so weak mentally, physically, and spiritually. And the leaders are part of the problem where they're listening to the needs of the band. They're not teaching them how to be strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. So the body of Christ needs me. They don't need wicked, incompetent sellers like Rapid Gold and these other punks. So you can be one little bitches and stay weak and mediocre and super unimpressive, and I'll remain extraordinary and impressive out here on the side. So John Jones is gonna fight. Really, if I was a Total video, I'd be inviting a lot of these guys over to do spar with me, and I believe I could really help them take the game to the next level on the set. Some of these guys are pretty good or close to it, with my help. Could be the best on the set. So, for example, so it's part of my advice for John Jones. First of all, with his long arms, similar physique to mine, composition on the upscale. He really, why doesn't he use more elbow strikes? Okay, that's really what I just believe that he could be effective if he, with the leverage and the long arms, long range elbow strikes. Now I haven't been really looking at his fights. It's mostly based on kind of like I've seen a little bit, and I haven't seen a lot of elbow strikes. So here's the point: use his long. His leverage his arms to use more elbow strikes in this fight on the sand, possibly. Now I'm not gonna tell him he should do it, but it's like if he can get better at using his elbow strikes to attack, kind of mid-range. So I like to train close in the distance. It's like from outside of kicking range, close in the distance, and launching an elbow strike, a power elbow strike. So the elbow strikes are some of the best attacks that I have on the sand, and striking. My kicks, my high kicks, are in need of some improvement. Now here's the thing too. I do believe that I could go tonight, okay, I could show my high kicks at the highest level, empowered by God. I have that faith. Just because consistently throwing kicks is not always that good, okay? Doesn't mean that I couldn't just throw my Thai kicks at the highest level all of a sudden, empowered by God. So that's part of the thing, okay? So now, if you look at it like in the natural skills, okay, the Muay Thai kicks need to be improved more. My steel cap shoe kicks, they're good, okay? I'm dangerous with the steel cap shoes, and kicking with the ball of my feet, I'm pretty good at it. Now with the Muay Thai kicks and kickboxing kicks, hitting with the shin bones, it might need some improvement there. But my elbow strikes and my punches are pretty damn good. So I believe definitely, if this John Jones guy is trying to come up with his punches and oblique kicks and things like this, if I can touch him with my elbows, it can be over on the side. Okay, so okay, it's like he's coming in here, understand? It's like, oh, little did you know, it's just boom. Okay, it's like, oh, that's John Rose. Okay, John Rose, everybody. Okay, he showed up, showed down, understand? Elbow strikes. Okay, okay, so. Especially if I add the sound effects to the techniques, it makes it just that much more powerful. Add the whipping effect, or just like an explosion. If you add the explosion effect, it makes it even more. Okay. So here, John Jones is, I guess, about this tall or something. Okay, just get up. Okay, just here. Then I saw the two leg. Okay, now he taps out. He should tap out to the holding his neck already, okay? He's not looking for now. If he doesn't tap it, it's like okay. See right there. Okay, it's over on the side. That right now. Okay, so it's like I can't call the full technique because it will break the sound barrier and people will call the government thinking it's like Russian fighter jets fly over the city or something. I can't do false people power. But basically, it's like part of it is like here, look at my armpit, it's like and get it like this. It's straight down like this. I'm doing that bad on purpose for entertainment effect. But it's the point. Yeah, I think basically John Jones possibly he should be working some more elbow strikes in his next fight. I think that could be something. It's use that more, his elbow strikes. Long range. We're getting close. There's another thing you could try. Pushing against the chest, especially if you have somebody against the cage or something like this. You're close like this, and you throw elbow strikes to the body, they're underutilized. I believe that elbow strikes to the body could be used more in UFC fights, understand? They're doing it wrong. So, okay, so it's like more elbow strikes to the body, okay? So, if you're close here, depending on that, there's gonna be some spot that's open. Now, depending on how hard elbow strikes you can throw, you can hurt pretty much any part of the body with elbow strikes. So hitting the arm, there's some boxers that punch to the arm to kind of fatigue the muscles and make it sore. Something like that. So I believe the elbow strikes can hurt any part of the body. The elbow strike to the thigh, elbow strike pretty much anywhere can hurt somebody. So you can hurt people with elbow strikes in places that a punch wouldn't be that effective. So in the UFC, possibly they should use more elbow strikes to the body at close range. Like you're close here, maybe like this. You can elbow strike to the body, like to the sternum or the rib cage, or just anywhere. Even if it hits the arm, if it's hard, it can do something there. So elbow strikes to the body, I believe in the utility of them, and you don't see them used that much at the highest level of combat sports. Okay. Okay, but the elbow strikes to the body is like I don't know why more people not using it. Maybe the elbow strikes are not like Mike Sa's elbow strikes, and that's why they're not using it to the body because it won't be that effective. But if they got in here, they got in training with me, they could get the elbow strikes to be lethal to the body too. Okay, like here. So I believe that the to the body elbow strikes can be the most utilized to the head. Well, if you have them like this or not, like one arm somewhere, like you can use the elbow strikes to the body at close range. And if you hit the shoulder or the arm, whatever, so you elbow strikes, okay, all day elbow strikes. So it's like, yeah, you don't see a lot of elbow strikes to the body in Muay Thai, the UFC. And I feel like there might be a conspiracy or something like this. But that's the point. I believe somebody that's like figures out this like there's a hole in the game, nobody's on elbow strikes. One guy that starts doing it and does it well, possibly he could really like to go on a roll and take over what you see on it. So Dana White, if he wants to fight in boxing in Las Vegas or the casino or something like this, I'll get him banned from ever competing again, I understand. The house always wins then. It's like even if you win, it's like you okay, you're gonna be banned from ever fighting again. Okay. Because everybody will be like this was a rigged match because how could Dana White win against Mike Tyson in a boxing match? Okay. So it's like old man thing now let it go. He wants to fight me in Vegas at a roulette table, boxing, bare knuckle. Okay. it's like for the right type of price. For the right type of price. Okay. He paid for like a full 24-hour gamble with the presidential suite experience.
and part of the package he gets to get knocked out with boxing punches. Okay, it's like he needs to pay for his crimes of promoting this brain damage Olympic sport. Okay, that he's been into, which is really so stupid. Okay, it's like the power championship, which is one of the most stupid sports. So if you're retarded, you're more likely to start competing in it. Like if you start competing, you get more retarded over time. So it's something that you have to be kind of dumb to get into it as like a career. Okay, so if you think about this, it's two cavemen. Was it Sugar Ray? He was like a handsome black man, was a fighter soccer player. It's like, yeah, it's just business to me. It's like there's something to it where it's like two guys get a cage and people throw money at the fighting. It's kind of barbaric or something like this. So he didn't like it, even though he was a pro boxer. It's like that's boxing, okay? That's called sweet science. Now with the slap fighter championship that they had on Rumble, that Dana White, that's really that's bad, okay? It's all kinds of bad. So there's no beauty to it, really not a science. It's barbaric. Like you can have two guys with like a caveman club standing for each other and then take turns like I hit you in the head. It's just like you hit me in the head, okay, kind of. Okay. Now, part of a sport of fighting is in boxing. It's like a sport designed to give you brain damage while not being really like an art or some any kind of beautiful component to it. Okay. Um, so, with boxing or the UFC, you're allowed to do things to make your opponent's attacks not hit. It's not like designed to give brain damage. It's like everybody is like 30 punches each to the head or something like this. Okay. No, it's like you're there, somebody throws a punch, you can move out of the way. Okay, you can do things, you can move out, you can block, you can pair things to this. Now in this competition, like if you do something to make the attack miss, I guess you get disqualified or they have to hit you again or something like this. It's like the game is taking concussive blows to the head repeatedly, which is like so stupid. And there's no really art to it. But like I said, it's like I let you hit me in the head, and then you let me hit you in the hand. Okay, and it's not like it's one punch. I'm making your punches miss. Is part of what you can do, or making them hurt you less and not catching punches as it is. You can't do that. But that's kind of stupid. So, Dana White, you've been known as Dana Black Eye. After you get in the ring with me, understand? You get in the ring with me there now. It's like you've been known as Dana Black Eye. Okay, Dana Black Eye. Black Eye Dana, understand? You had two black eyes and it looked like a raccoon, understand? It's like I'll make it look like when sunglasses even when you're not, understand? It's like I gotta knock it to the next dimension, understand? I'm already on keto, understand? I'm high testosterone protocol, okay? I'm on my own high testosterone protocol, okay? And it's like I owe myself up internally every day. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight Dana White. Okay, it's like I can eat a low carb, high fat diet. I'm high testosterone. Dana White. Okay, all the King's testosterone, all the King's men couldn't put Dana White back together again. If he gets in the ring with me, it'll be there, not him, understand. And part of the contract will be, first of all, he will be forced. Okay, part of the contract deal is whoever wins gets signed to the other person's fighting thing. So I have my own fighting championship, Mike's fighting championship, and it's a multi-fight deal. Where if I win part of it, you are now on contract where it's like you're my fighter now in my stable, okay? Which means this part of contract is 6 fights, okay, that you have to fight, okay? You and I pick you for fighting. This could be Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson, okay? Me several times, okay? He'd be like the Mike Tyson. He'd be like the WWE where it's the same guy fighting the same guy over and over again, understand? And I win every time. But that's what I'm aiming for, understand? Swinging out of the fences, understand? It's like, yeah, you'd be like the UFC where we have a moat and alligators and an electrified fence and an alligators and moat with alligators and barbed wire at the top of the ring.
keep the Diaz brothers from jumping over because they're sucking on balls and funny. But yeah, put your money where your mouth is. Put up or shut up there now. It's like I'm it's like they're ready to go. Come on, right there now. He tell Tito Ortiz to boxing match Dana White. Okay, which Anderson Silva came out of retirement for Tito Ortiz and knocked him out. He drove him into the corner and knocked him out. He executed a successful combo. No, inverse. Tito Ortiz, who's the bigger guy, bulldoze him into the corner, and Anderson Silva is dodging punches, and then he hits him. I don't know if it was the uppercut, possibly an uppercut blocked him, and they finished him another. But Anderson Silva was in the corner, and he knocked out Tito Ortiz. These guys too are also too old to be fighting, meaning they Tito Ortiz shows signs like CTE, and already after that fight with Chuck Liddell, he shouldn't have fought again. It's kind of clear now. Chuck Liddell was a good fighter. The question is if he's still a good fighter, but when he was still fighting, he was good at it. Another thing John Jones could be using is more side kicks. Okay, he already used the oblique kicks, but he could use more side kicks, like from the side stance like this. So kicks like this. I think he could be good with that. You can also build combos with sort of side kick like this. Here, like quick side kicks like this, and then you can launch it with so that first. Roll into it and then a right elbow strike as a combo. We can either from either side here. So the quick side kicks to the knees, okay, or anywhere else. Quick side kicks, and then if you land on that, you can roll into a power elbow strike after that. So it's like left side kick, left elbow strike, or the inversion of the combo where it's right side kick, right elbow strike. And if you do time it right, you can do all kinds of stuff like this. Possible this. Things like this. We're using elbow strikes. Yeah. And the most important part of the technique is leaving the back of your head exposed to the enemy for a long time here as you're charging up the last elbow part, the last elbow strike. So here's the point. Gotta finish up pretty soon, cook some food. It is 07:01. Focus on better time. Yeah, I think I might finish up pretty soon. 1 hour 46. So I'm a Christian. I'm a persecuted Christian for the video. I thought about this before. Since I'm a Christian to the level where I'm being persecuted, okay, a persecution level Christian. No matter it's like how much talent I have, how well I can do, it's like I've had to accept reality that I'm not gonna be able to be rich and famous in this world all of a sudden. Because I'm not going to be allowed by Satan to be a guest on a major podcast, something like this, or any like high level. I'm saying. Now, small scale celebrity is within my reach. I'm saying. I got 30,000 views on a YouTube live stream not that long ago, which I got for like I'm content if I can get 100 views per hour live streaming. And that's really significant. This is Satan's world system, which means no, we don't live in a meritocracy. You have to accept a man must bend to the truth, the power of the truth, or live a lie. I was saying, but the truth is this: someone like me being persecuted, tortured by Illuminati, even if I will become the funniest comedian ever, I know that I will never get to a point where I will be able to join Rogan's podcast as another big podcast because I'm too dangerous to Illuminati, I understand. They're not going to allow that in Satan's world system. So anyway, here's the point. I'm gonna start cooking pretty soon. It's like, yeah, I'm a quality human. It's like most of you disgust me, also. The influencers that start talking me from Illuminati with gas and things like this. What repulsive people are. It's like, I didn't do anything to you. Start talking to me. Because you're wicked. Because you're filthy, the average person who has no integrity. They can be recruited into being like a Nazi. You're the type of person like, you would have been a Nazi. And I'm the rare person, it's like the one person, 10,000, like a Django Unchained, that ends up not submitting to them and to keep resisting them. So, there's a lot of people that I subscribe to, and Penguin CEO, this Nekotomic bitch, or this people that I see a short while I subscribe to the channel. Doesn't take long if they're a major YouTuber until they start targeting me for Illuminati. That's part of the game. And what does that show you? That shows you're a sellout, you're wicked, and all kinds of reprehensible. So, notice how me, without cheating, I got 30,000 views on a live stream despite the best efforts of the program to shadow ban me and hide me and things like this. So yeah, highlight that 30,000 views. I got more views on one live stream in this kitchen for an hour than I think Ono got on all his videos in the last 30 days. Oh, okay. That's what I think. I didn't actually run the numbers on that, but I would, like I said, snapshot to shoot from the hip. I think I got more views on one stream the other day than I think Ono got that 30 days on his last videos on Fridays. Or it's gonna be close to it at least. So, I've been winning. I've been getting a lot of views, and that's really the more views I get views. That's good. And I said before, I pull about 50% of my streams. I spend 6 to 12 hours live a day. But I've said it before. I'm not gonna take shit. I've said it before. I'm gonna be less kind, stand up for myself more. To these coward bullies that have a job to harass me, target me in real life and online. And since I've been doing it, and I'm intending to keep that, understand? Meaning, if people show up around me taking orders to harass me for the government, the secret program called Government Gang Stalking, tornadoes, this organized stalking program, don't be surprised if you have a strong reaction to it. Okay, so yeah, and I stand by that. And it's like it's not my fault they're a fucking piece of shit. I understand. People take orders. What a disgusting piece of shit. Somebody's better than you, and you get paid money to harass them. Okay, because you're a brainwashed fucking zombie slave idiot. You're like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm used to receiving. I have no morals. Okay, so. Any technique significantly advances indistinguishable from magic. Okay. I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna call my girlfriend, my wife. We're wonderful. I cured her over allergies and stuff. I helped her become a Christian. She's a good Christian wife. High attractance, low border count, and that's a quality. There should be more women that are like that. Let's go down the middle. 53. 3, 2, 1.